Morty's Diner. Hot coffee without the toxic sludge.
Sometimes a community is filled with exactly what it seems. It's just a pile of nuts. Morty's Diner. Great conversation without the pile of nuts.
Well, it's Morty's Diner. Saturday morning at just after 11 o'clock. Wow, unbelievable. 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 All right. So we've got a few things to talk about this morning. Today's show is entitled Selective Outrage, Selective Hate, Selective Fakeness, Selective Puffins. Right, okay, and let's get the invite link up right now. No one's going to come on the show, but I'll put up the invite link anyway. You never know. And there it is. All right. Puffins. Gotta love those puffins. Puffin content. Well, I don't know where to start. I don't have any notes or a prepared outline. You know, maybe I won't even... hey, hello, Gildan. Good morning. And pretty interesting last few days with the selective outrage, selective hate, selective fakeness, and selective puffins. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, puffin stuff. Yeah, hey Basils, good morning. All right, well, where do we start? I don't know where to start. I don't want to name names. I'm not in a naming names mood this morning. Hello, Basils. Yeah, I woke up an hour ago, and I'm still pushing the coffee. For breakfast, I had one piece of cheese and some orange juice. That's it. Man. By the way, some people were saying, let me get this up here. Here we go. Is that going to work? Hang on. Yeah. By the way, let's talk about psychopaths. You know, they're out there. You know what I'm talking about. And it's not true what people have, some people have said. By the way, that's Mulva. If you look at the name tag, she's a phenomenal waitress. And our pies are not 25 cents. That's just a old-fashioned diner poster. You know what I mean, like nickel coffee. No. Yeah, so just to set the record straight, sometimes we do serve psychopaths. Sometimes. When we do happen to have extra armed security on the premises, yeah, we have some psychopath customers every once in a while. Not that frequently. You know, we don't really encourage psychopaths to visit the diner. But, Jesus, even that Puffin seems to cozy up to that psychopath in the screen there. Or maybe the psychopath just wants his coffee. I mean, the Puffin. Well, they're both having coffee. So, yeah, well, you know, anyway. What would the verse be without psychopaths, certified nutcases, haters, pinheads, bottoms, a lot of bottoms out there. More bottoms out there than tops, I'll tell you. That's pretty self-evident, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty evident. You listen to these shows and these characters. I would say that's 80% bottoms and 20% tops out there in the audience there. Basil's, yes. Boy, my voice. Hopefully they don't forget to pick up their straitjackets at the coat check. That's correct, right. Yeah, that's a very good point. Very, very good point. I know no one's going to contribute or donate to support this channel, but the links are posted for Ko-Fi, Cash App, and PayPal. If anybody would like to support Morty's Diner and keep it alive and breathing. Thank you. Okay. Well, where do we begin? Jamie has pretty lips. Anybody remember that one? I'm going to rip your throat out and kill you. Anybody remember that? I'm going to fuck your children and your wife in the ass and come on their faces. Then I'm going to fuck you in the ass and come all over your face. Anybody remember that one? I paraphrased that. That was 99.9% accurate. Yeah. I'm going to, oh, you think he's going to get that union apprenticeship? Well, we'll see about that. Anybody remember that one? Yeah. Yeah. Shut up, you fucking Nazi, Joseph Goebbels. Anybody remember that one? Yeah. The thing about the selective outrage, the selective hate, selective fakeness, not the Puffins. They're innocent in this. There is hateful content on those other channels round the clock. Beyond hateful, I mean just vicious, vile hatred, hateful comments round the clock, 24/7, 365. And for the most part, no one says anything. No one says anything. Hello, Van Lux. Good morning. Davy Smalls in my band. Well, you're here, my anti-Semite friend. Okay. Basil's Beazles. A lot is for shock value. They want to see how people handle it. Well, that's an interesting observation on that. So for some people, it's just shock value. They want to see how people handle it. And for other people, it's just pure outrageous. How dare you scum-sucking pig, say that? That's interesting. They want to see it. It's just shock value, yeah. Yeah, so there's hateful, vile, vicious content on those other channels round the clock. And for the most part, no one ever says anything. Anything. Oh, we have a guest backstage. I don't know who this is. So it could be a racist tow truck driver. I don't know who it is. I'll need to see if you'll have to put yourself on camera, please, or tell me who you are in the private chat. Oh, okay. A first-time visitor. Long-time caller, first-time visitor. Fantastic. And we say good morning to Gordon. Hello, Gordon.
Yeah, how you doing? I watched your last live stream and I thought it was pretty good.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
You seem to coordinate your guests pretty well. Not really a lot I could offer as far as criticism.
Oh, well, everybody criticizes the diners, so at any time, feel free to jump in and spew some hate. We appreciate that.
I'm an excellent critic, but I really don't have anything, more than nothing. I have nothing to criticize you over, so.
Oh, that's great. Okay, well, that's very nice. But watch some of the other channels, and you'll soon be brainwashed into joining in the hate. But
I heard about you a couple of times, and
Yeah.
I realized you must have good perspective. So,
I
watched your.
have brilliant perspective. Yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
I think I'm brilliant as well. But
There you go. There you go.
But I watched your handling of the Puck Elf, and unfortunately, I've been listening to him whinge and cry for about a year and a half on other people's channels. It's like so tiring, So.
Well, that's very interesting. Let's talk about that. Gildan says, Morty, it's good news JB is alive and well. Yeah, that was another story that was going on out there. Hurricane, good morning, my Canadian friend Hurricane, the Ganja King of Canada. Basil's, oh no, Puck might not like this. Hey,
no.
Dirk Diggler, good morning. And Basil's. Okay, so let's talk about Puck Elf on this topic of selective hate, selective outrage, selective fakeness. Okay. Puck has been on my show a number of times, and he's a very, and this is my opinion, I think he's a very likable guy. I think he has a depth of knowledge on a wide variety of topics. We've talked about dinosaurs and paleontology and puffins and food in Australia and history and medieval history and I mean all kinds of stuff that none of those other channels dare approach because most of those people are just brainless, ignorant, putrid. What am I leaving out? Weasels. But Puck is a friendly guy. Puck is in my observation is Puck is in a lot of pain. Emotional pain and physical pain, and I empathize with him. I'm in emotional and physical pain too. Nobody cares about me, though, you know. But why is Puck so reviled in this community amongst those other people? Is Puck any worse than Archie, Curly,
I
Easy?
don't I don't
Uh,
know either of them. I
yeah,
think I
yeah.
know Easy.
AD Never Calling, Narc. I mean, the list just goes, and it's an endless list. Golden Baba, uh, and all those people have their followers, you know. Davy Smalls, yes, very good, and on and on and on. For some reason, people find Puck easy to pick on and easy to insult. But those same people, when there is vile, outrageous, despicable comments from certain people, nobody says anything. But if Puck wants to talk about lightsabers and Voltron and Masters of the Universe, people say, get him off, get rid of him. You know, now he has said the N word a few times on my show, and each time I've properly told him you can't do that, and he has offered an apology. And I mean, but listen, the thing is, and I don't want that content with N bomb and shit on on my channel, but the thing is, let's be honest, all you pinheads, you people out there, you phony, fake, vile people. That's nothing. Nothing compared to the vile filth that people puke out on those other channels. Hate, racist comments, anti Semitic comments, day after day after day. Lies, pathological liars. Just make it up. Who cares? No one says anything. But for some reason, some people pick on Puck and say get rid of him. And as far as I'm concerned, he's welcome on my show. I like talking to him, and you know, have a little compassion for the guy. He's having a tough time. He's not a mega millionaire. He's not an everyday multimillionaire. He doesn't have a Rolex, you know, and yeah. Anyway, Gordon. So how long ago did you first encounter these watch community channels?
I mean, I've only been on like, I don't know, 3 or 4 up until recently, and then I found about 4 more.
Right.
And somehow Puck is finding his way to those channels, and then he blames a person for stalking him, which is really amazing.
Well,
But
yes,
you
he's
see,
talked about that. Yeah.
but if you really look at the word count in all of his interactions, he is basically dictating and talking about himself with every interaction.
Hmm.
Okay, whether it's scientific or it's about Native American tribes or Aboriginal tribes
Hmm.
in Australia, it doesn't matter. The subject matter is well versed and like the animal kingdom, fauna and fauna,
Hmm.
and like many things. But in the same token, it's about him. Okay, he wants to deliver a symposium instead of have any type of conversation.
Really? I never picked up on that. When I've talked to him about puffins or Aboriginal culture or, you know, wombats, we've talked about the topic. He doesn't. He does sometimes when he's having an emotional moment. He does talk about his life and his pain, and I believe his stalking stories about that woman he says is stalking him, and you know,
They're both.
there are stalkers out there. Yeah,
Can I tell you just briefly?
please.
Okay, about a year and a half ago, him and Jevim exchanged nudie pics,
All right,
and now
I
they're
want to talk about
both.
that. I want to talk about that. That's between them.
It's between them, but that's all they talk about, and they really want the drama. They want to have a stalker because simply nobody cares that much to really even talk about them very much in their off time. Nobody cares enough to even go after them. I certainly don't. I would like it if, like, there was a couple live streams that I witnessed where Puck was talking intelligibly about a topic. It was, one was food, and then another was animals, and
Right.
the avian variety in Australia and whatnot. And he does very well at that. There's no doubt about it. And he can have really good conversations. But about 90% of the time, he's really bringing the drama. It's just
But
reality.
you think, all right, that's fine. Okay, that's fair enough. But when you say he's really bringing the drama, are you familiar with those other channels, the kinds of and varieties of drama that they introduce about people?
Yeah, I'm familiar with
lies, hatred, vicious.
I avoid
vile
them.
shit.
Yeah, I avoid them. I'm topic oriented. I just want to talk about, people, places, things, ideas. I don't want to talk about the drama even in my life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's only interesting to me, so I'm not going to bring it center stage to your channel or anyone else's channel. I want to talk about politics, law, history,
Sure.
science, about anything. But yeah, nobody cares about my personal drama, But there are a lot of stalkish.
Well,
type.
stick around. I would say, Gordon, stick around a little bit, and in just a matter of time, people will be making up stories about who and what you are in your life, and then you'll have to deal with being the subject of vicious, vile hatred, even though it's all based on, hey, just make it up. Doesn't have to be true.
Forget where I heard about you, but yeah, they were like,
I hope
no,
it wasn't the men's room.
No, what I heard about you was good. It was on another live stream. I go on so many lives that
Yeah.
but yeah, it was good. And like, yeah, let me sub to this,
Well, thank you.
Yeah, all right. But I saw your last live. I just got done watching like half of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I thought you did very well. So
Well, thank you very
anyway.
much. I rarely get compliments on this channel. It's usually vicious, vile hatred, anti-Semitism, racism, lies, hate, drug-addled Morty, and I saved your life, Morty, and Morty doesn't ever know. What did Doc's report just say in his last show? Morty never listens. Morty is asleep at the wheel. Morty this, Morty that. It's classic. Yeah. On the last show I did was pretty atypical for my channel. It really got a little out of control, which I didn't really like. And it didn't get more views than any of my other videos. Just the usual 3 people watched the show, But yeah, and now Easy Company is the personality of the moment, with Jock and Jamie Opulence. Oh, and Easy Company in general, and Easy Company has said some fucking disgusting shit. There's absolutely no question about it. Okay, and but the shit that he said. And I'm not dismissing one bit of it, okay? Not one bit of it. But is that shit any worse, any more vile, any more disgusting, any more outrageous than the regular display of vile, filth, fucking garbage, shit, lying content that goes on a daily basis aimed at various people out there in the verse? And the fact is, it isn't. But Easy Company is an easy target because often he's inebriated and he says some vile shit. I'm not going to deny that. But he's an easy target because, he's in Vietnam, he's far away, and people just like going after him because he's the target du jour. Du jour or du jour? Du jour. And I want to get that right for the Canadians listening. And but Easy is in my opinion, no more disgusting, vicious, vile, deranged, decrepit, psychotic nuts more than many of the other hosts and personalities out there. And in fact, if you made a scale, he would not be at the top of the scale of the haters and the sick, twisted fucking cunts that are out there. Yeah, he'd be in around the middle position, you know. So, and Loose Tooth sums it all up. Dijon. Correct. Very good. You don't have Dijon? How could you not have Dijon? Yeah, okay. So, yeah, Mike Mistake says Gordon is not versed in the verse. Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have the deep year after year after year, decade after decade knowledge that some of us have with these people. But, okay, Jimmy, I heard a rumor. Did you really give that insane, here we go, that insane fuckwit Puck a wrench? Yes, and he assured me that he's only going to use it against people who have been stalking him. And stalking is a very serious issue. And he said he won't use it at all
Nobody is
against...
stalking you.
Okay, listen. And he won't use it against any of the regular people or any of the viewers here who... you know, we know are not stalking him. But if he says he's being stalked and he's talked about it, then I accept that. And I don't want to contribute.
He will
to
ban everyone from commenting on your channel.
If he
That's what
does,
he'll
then,
do with
all right, Gordon, if he does, then I fucked up and made a big mistake.
You did make a big mistake. I mean, you know, there are people that really wish they're more thought about or spoken about, like being intriguing or really out there or, you know, edgy and in a good way. But no, Puck thinks everyone is after him, and he'll ban most everyone from ever commenting on your channel.
Okay, well, if you're going to say that he's got paranoid tendencies or he's kind of paranoid about that, hey, my friend, you don't know the paranoid schizophrenics who are out there hosting channels. So, anyway, yeah, that's true, Jimmy. Jimmy, that's true. He did think that you were Jevem for a while. Yeah. I think this girl Jevem, from the stories he keeps telling me or keeps talking about, I think he's telling the truth about that. There are stalkers out there, you know.
They're both just being ridiculous, you know.
Well, okay. All right. Well, I mean, for example, if he banned Jimmy, I would have to take action. That would just be outrageous. You know, if he banned Davey Smalls, well, I would reinstate that immediately. But yeah. Anyway, so I like Puck. He's a likable guy, and I think people just run ragged over him because they're sadistic and they enjoy the giving out their evil. Just treating people with evil, you know, and sadism. Yeah. All right, Pasta. Giving the keys to the patients and trusting him, big mistake. But now you see, Pasta, that can be a legit comment, but you have never posted a comment like that on any of those other channels where you have the mental patients running the ward, you know. So, you know, okay. Gordon, can you tell us something about yourself that we may not know without getting into anything you shouldn't mention? Like, are you in the U.S.?
Oh yeah, born and raised in Minneapolis. Currently live in North Dakota.
North Dakota.
You know, had a wide array of jobs. Kind of a, you know, what they say, jack of all trades. Until one day I looked at my resume and I'm like, wow, nobody is even going to hire for this vast array of nonsense, right? But so now I just kind of live kind of impoverished, but doing pretty well for myself. And read more books than the vast majority of people can invent titles for. But somebody asked, what is the last name of Menninger? What is that about? The last name of Menninger is the Menninger family, most notably Carl Menninger, who wrote a lot of, many case studies. I read about 700 case studies of Menninger, These are psychologists and psychiatrists, right?
Right, right.
But it's very, very interesting to where you see how the patient presents and, the treatment plan and what they offer as far as guidance. But full psychoanalysis, that's for rich people.
Hmm.
I guess poor people go through group therapy or some kind of thing, or merely they just give them a drug and say, go away. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've always been fascinated with psychologic literature, even though, it's off breath from, it's like the dusty cobwebs from philosophy trying to make itself a science. But I could talk to you all day about psychology. It's very interesting to me, but
Right, right,
that's
right. Yeah, yeah. This is a great comment. Mike the Mistake, comment of the day. Gordon, have you read Luxury to Last?
luxury to last.
That's a
No,
great comment. Question. Luxury to Last is a book available on Amazon, written by the famous YouTuber Archie Luxury. And it's his take on luxury products like Louis Vuitton and Rolex, Patek Philippe, and how to buy a luxury wallet, luxury ladies' bags, luxury watches, luxury fountain pens, and so on and so on. It's an essential text for the universe here. Yeah.
so
Okay.
what type of verse is this
This
universe
is
here?
a psychiatric institution where the patients run everything. Okay.
And you
And
give them the keys to where they can ban all your commenters or what? I don't know.
yeah, no, no, there are very sick people out there. Most of the people on these channels, especially the hosts, you have an assemblage of convicted felons, ex-convicts, a lot of bottoms and tops, but a lot of bottoms, very heavy gayness out there with their wrist rolls. Drug dealers, I mean, this is all true.
It is.
Not only drug users, convicted drug dealers. It's felons, dangerous people who have been to courtrooms, not as an attorney, but as a defendant 10, 20 times. They've admitted this. Violent people who punch cops in the throat, you know, robbers, burglars, store, retail theft, grand theft, assault and battery. These people are out there. I can itemize them one by one. And these are the predominant people in this verse. Not everyone, but I would say the predominant representation. Yeah.
So yeah, I see that.
Yeah. It all
Unfortunately,
started. It all started with this fellow, this jovial fellow in Australia, Archie Luxury, who's 17 years ago maybe, who started innocently doing a show about luxury products, luxury lifestyle, even though he lives as a I don't want to say a blue collar guy. He's a no collar guy. But he was very amusing and often very, very funny. And it devolved into a cesspool of hate, viciousness, and psychopathy. And yeah, I mean, it's all true. Yeah. Okay. Are you one of those people? Asked Loose Tooth. Very good. Pasta. The difference, Morty, is on all those channels that you say everyone has a wrench, so it balances itself out. Whereas here, you gave him all the power to abuse the system. Well, I didn't give him a super wrench. And listen, Pasta, or anyone who likes the channel, if he abuses it, then I'll just have to repair the damage and remove his wrench. But at the present time, I'm just going to trust him that because I think we get along fine, and he has no reason to go after me with hate and viciousness. Jimmy, I've always appreciated Morty's Oh, and I also left out people who break legs. Tell people to kill themselves with a razor. Go hang yourself on a tree. Go find a tree and hang yourself. people who encourage suicide, people to commit suicide. It's just endless list. Okay, and Puck has never ever done those things. I've always appreciated.
What are you saying? No, he has done those things. He's
really?
done those
Okay.
things numerously.
He's told people to go kill themselves and hang themselves on a tree and slit their wrists and cut their throat and rape women and children. And
anyway, are you familiar with Ken Rotman's channel?
What's the name of his channel?
Ken Rotman.
No, I don't know that guy.
Okay. But everyone is like saying, just leave the Puck and Jevim drama alone. It's like, but he's always about drama. He wanted to go like LC. Are you familiar with LC? An Australian?
LC. No, I don't know that person.
Yeah, LC is just like drunken drama and screaming and everybody talking over each other all the time, and that's.
Oh, really? He's a natural fit for the for these channels. Yeah, surprised he hasn't been recruited yet.
I mean, he would fall asleep drunk doing a live, and then a goat is licking his face.
Are you talking EZ or LC?
LC.
LC? No, I don't know him. He'd fall asleep drunk, and who would lick his face?
He has like playing a livestock, and one of his goats would wander in and start licking his face.
Bestiality. Love it. Love it. That guy's going to get recruited by the Dungeon or one of those channels. He's a natural. Yeah.
But I was regularly attending about 5 years ago, I was regularly attending a YouTube live stream. And then I started realizing everyone here is using some really weird slang, but they're all gay. They're really...
the gayness on these channels is off the scale.
Yeah, it's really off the scale.
Now, I'm not saying there's a direct correlation between owning a Rolex or a Patek Philippe luxury watch and being unbelievably gay. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, that's not true, okay? But on these channels, those Rolex, etc. owners do exhibit unbelievable gayness. And they display it by doing what's called a wrist roll, which is they take their limp wrist with their luxury watch on it and they slowly roll it towards the camera so the watch gets revealed with their limp wrist and luxury timepiece. It is ultimate gayness. Definitely bottom behavior. But anyway, yeah. Very nice. Tell us about life in North Dakota. What's it like up there? I've only met maybe 4 or 5 people from North Dakota in my whole life.
Well, I'm not from North Dakota. I was born and raised in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul. But things here
you live in North Dakota now, so what's it like being up there?
It's nothing happens. It's extremely boring, and I love it.
How long have you been there?
I've been back here 9 years. Before that, I was in Montana, but North Dakota is the best. And yeah, we're full. Don't send any degenerates over here.
Okay, all you degenerates listening, don't go to North Dakota. Okay.
Yeah.
What's a typical day? Now, don't identify the city or town you're in, but is it a very quiet town? City?
It's very quiet.
Very quiet.
Yeah,
do you have things like DoorDash and Instacart in your town?
Fuck no.
Uber or Lyft?
I doubt it. I mean, I don't know for certain.
Right.
But,
so without a Ford F-150, how do people get around town if they don't have their own car? They can't. Yeah. Are there do you see a lot of golf carts on the streets up there? Old senior people driving golf carts?
Yeah, at least.
Really?
Yeah, at least if I'm out and about, I see at least 4 or 5 every day.
Golf carts. Is that because it's just a convenient, fun way to get around with a cheap vehicle, or is it because they use the golf courses there?
Uh, I don't even think we have a golf course.
There you
It's just
go. Yeah.
just an easy, inexpensive way to get around instead
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
firing up.
I guess you could buy a golf cart for used like or pre-owned, what $2, $3, $4,000, and get around town. Go to the market. Go to Walmart. Go to Wawa. And
We don't have a Walmart close to
I know.
here.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, there's no Walmart. But yeah, you could do your shopping. Get to the drugstore. The convenience store with the golf cart. So I guess that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah,
Like
Dirk
80% of the cities in North Dakota are less than 1,500 people. So anyway,
Now, how's the snowfall that you get there? Because the image of North Dakota is it just comes down by the footload of snow.
I don't get a ton of snow here. Sometimes we do, but Grand Forks, North Dakota, is where you get a lot of snow. Or a city like Minot, you get a ton of snow. Yeah, almost
Now,
every
Minot
year.
is a military city, isn't it? They have military
Yeah,
base or missile
Yeah, they have
bases.
an Air Force base.
Air Force, right?
Very,
Yeah,
very significant. And
right.
there are 3 significant Air Force bases here in North Dakota.
Yeah, Minot, Bismarck, Fargo. Now I can't. Now I have to really think. What else is up in Fargo, Bismarck, Minot? I need a book. I need a dictionary. I mean a map to think of any other names in Fargo. Right. Yeah.
There's nothing, I don't know, Jamestown, Dickinson,
Never heard of them.
Fargo,
Yeah.
Grand Forks.
What is the nearest big city to you? Like, would it be Chicago or not Cheyenne, Chicago or Milwaukee or
The
anything?
nearest big city would be Minneapolis. you
Right,
know.
Minneapolis, right. Yeah. What prompted you originally to leave Minneapolis and move to another area?
I mean, how many times do motherfuckers need to try to rob you? I
Right,
ain't never
right.
been caught slipping, but they always try to rob you, okay? And it's
Right.
like I grew up fighting like Boomba Mancini. I grew up in the hood, or what is the
Another hood guy.
of
Okay,
Minneapolis.
right.
Yeah.
Another JB. I grew up in the hood story. Fantastic. Yeah.
Well, it's reality. I mean,
Are
I
there
don't know.
hoods? Other hoods in hood neighborhoods in Minneapolis?
Say that again.
Are there hood neighborhoods in Minneapolis? Like you
Oh,
say you're from-
absolutely. I mean,
Uh-huh.
there's several. I don't even know them anymore because so much riffraff has moved in that.
Right. Well, Minneapolis
When
has
I-
turned into a Democrat Democrat-run cesspool, so that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, great question from Gildan. What's the gopher homicide rate like in North Dakota? Have you ever encountered gophers out there?
More prairie dogs than gophers.
Prairie dogs. Well, prairie dogs are cute. I've seen them on YouTube and TV. Yeah. They don't dig, tunnels under the ground that you can step your foot in and break your ankle when you don't see it. But yeah. Well, great question, Gildan. Very, very good. Yeah. What's social life like up there for you in North Dakota, Gordon?
Social life is going to the bar and playing pool. That's pretty much it, unless
Right.
you're involved in a local church, and then they have their activities.
Right. Bingo night,
of-
dance night, worship night, Bible study night. Yeah.
Yeah, but Baptists do not dance. That's the kind of a joke around
Is
here,
there a
but
Denny's or IHOP in your town?
fuck no.
Wow,
This is-
you're really isolated in a desolate place.
We have 2 gas stations, 1 grocery store, 1 library that's open on very selective hours. Let me see. There's nothing here. We don't even have a 1 traffic light, not 1 traffic light, but that is common for rural North Dakota.
Right. Wow, that's amazing. Is there a police department in your town?
No, we have no police department.
Not even Andy Taylor and Barney Fife? Not even a two-man sheriff's office? Wow.
Well, we have county sheriff.
The county sheriff's right, yeah. But
Yeah.
you don't have your own police department. Wow. Yeah.
No.
When you're out there walking around doing your stuff, just taking a nice walk by the park, how's the safety factor in your town?
I'm like I say, nothing happens here, and that is a lot better than I grew up in essentially. Yeah, let me just tell you some addresses. Where I grew up, some of the addresses: 2500 Portland Avenue South, okay, South Minneapolis, 1224 Matilda. I lived for a long time on North Howard Street in North Minneapolis, but the quieter it gets. Listen, it is so quiet here that if I go out at, I don't know, midnight, I don't know, and if I went, hey, hey, really quiet, whispering, you could hear me from a block away. I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
It's so quiet you can hear the gophers copulating down the street. That's how quiet it is. Wow. What's it like in North Dakota compared to, say, South Dakota? South Dakota has Cedar Rapids, Pierre, and, okay, I need a map again. What else do they have in South Dakota? Mount
The better
Rushmore.
place to live, Rapid City.
Rapid City,
I
right.
mean, Rapid City, and then there's Watertown, and then I don't know. There's really not a lot of people in South Dakota either.
Yeah. Question from Pasta. Gordon, why go from one extreme to the opposite extreme, from bad city environment to a very isolated environment?
Well, what is the question about, isolation? It's like if you cannot be content with yourself, if you cannot be alone with your thoughts, if you need constant influx of stimulus. I mean, what is that? I mean, what does it say about a person to where they need constant stimulus all the time?
It means you're deranged or recovering. No, I don't want to say that. That's not nice. Yeah. So, don't you ever get like a craving for a pastrami sandwich and a deli pickle at midnight, and there's nowhere to go to buy it?
I mean, I'd like to go buy a euro, but I make do. I'll make the best thing I can, close to a euro. But
Or gyro, right? A gyro. Yeah, right. The Greek sandwich thing. Yeah. How about house cleaning? Do you clean your house every day? Are you a fastidious house cleaner, or?
No, that's kind of gay, isn't it? No, I kind of let
Well,
it go a
now
little bit.
that's an interesting observation. Yeah, one could say that. Yeah. So you just do the basic single guy cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
You don't take it to the gay level of folding laundry, right? Okay.
I have a cat,
Oh, I love cats. Yeah.
You see him up there?
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Yeah, very, very good. How about flossing? Are you a big flosser?
You're asking a lot of questions. I don't even have
These are
teeth, bro.
community-related questions, believe it or not.
Community-related questions.
These are
Holy
verse-related, directly verse-related questions. Yeah. Are you a big flossing kind of guy? Do you spend hours? Do you spend minutes flossing and flossing and talking and flossing and streaming?
I'm 60 years old. I have no teeth.
Really? You have no teeth?
I have no teeth.
Do you have dentures or implants?
No, I mean, I had planned to get dentures, and then I realized I could still pronunciate. I could still speak mostly correct everything I wanted to say. So that was all that was important. I could still eat food except for pizza that I loved, but
Right.
I made some trade-offs. I don't feel like spending the money on it.
Right. So you can eat soft food like ravioli, no problem.
I can eat hamburgers and
Hamburgers. Well, what about a 12-inch corn on the cob? A 12-inch Chicago corn on the
come
cob.
on now, come on. You know I can't eat that.
You can't eat that. Well, that's a shame.
No, corn on the cob, I kind of miss that as well. But
What about a 12-inch Chicago hot dog? Can you suck one of those up? Or
I don't know. This is sounding kind of gay.
well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Chicago, gay, it all goes together. Right, yeah. How
So,
about
where
gourmet
you
dining at a
at?
gas station? Oh, you don't have
Where you
gas.
at
You only have
geographically? Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. So your gas station there, is that a full food kind of gas station, or is it just your basic small town gas station with just like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Budweiser, and
I don't know.
Doritos?
Tell me some information about yourself. Where are you
Okay, well,
geographically located?
I'm in Portland, Oregon. Though many people are convinced I'm in Seattle, and others are convinced I'm in Los Angeles, so that's fine. I'm a hater. I hate.
What do you, yeah, what do you hate?
Oh, I don't hate anything. I hate sick, twisted, demented people who lie, but I'm called the hater, even though I'm not the hater. I'm a benzodiazepine enthusiast, and I'm a brilliant guy. I'm extraordinarily witty.
When you self-identify as being brilliant, probably not. Probably not.
Okay, that's
So
interesting. Yeah.
people who self-proclaim that they're intelligent, they probably haven't taken intelligence tests at
Right,
all.
right.
I merely got good at taking intelligence tests for a while, and then I suppose I could say from the very last one that I'm a genius, but I'm not.
Right.
Just simply like
Well,
above
I did
average.
take an IQ test one time, but I spilled spaghetti sauce all over it, so they couldn't interpret, they couldn't process the test results.
Yeah,
But
that sounds like an episode of Seinfeld or something.
exactly, very good, well spotted. Yeah. Mrs. Wilkinson, Gordon, it's important to answer these questions. The community relies on good answers. Yeah, yeah. What is this? The fly tape is decorative. What does that mean? He says the fly tape is decorative. What does that mean?
Oh, yeah.
Is that like an insect repellent tape you have, or something like that?
Well, the flies land on it. When you open the door, a fly might get in.
Oh, okay.
And then you don't have to worry about it buzzing around your face because
Sure.
it'll find the.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. How about what's the insect situation here in the Northwest? I mean, I never have cockroaches, insects in the house at all. It's wonderful. In the
is.
summertime, sometimes there are bugs, but not inside my place. What's it like, North Dakota? Cockroach, mosquito, bee, etc. Wise.
Well, a lot of people comment on the fact that it used to be you had to clean your windshield after driving 100 miles, but lately there's almost nothing on your windscreen to where you need to clean it. There are no bugs anymore, so kind of a mass kill off in the entomology. I don't know, not a lot of insects anymore.
Really? How about corn? You have vast areas of cornfields?
I mean, North Dakota is like number 2 in 4 or 5 major crops every year. Sometimes they're number 1 in like spring wheat, the durum. Other than that, I don't know.
Yeah. You ever see crop dusters up there? Crop duster biplanes. You ever see those flying around?
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you're on a country road, you might get crop dusted, and they're really unrepentant about
Wow.
spraying you with their insecticide or herbicide as they
Right.
fly over. Yeah.
Wow, you got to watch out for those crop dusters. They're sadists. Right. Wow. Magpie, hello there. Good evening, Morty. Listening in while driving. Our guest is a fellow named Gordon from North Dakota, His first time here stopping by the channel. Magpies is in England, and he says my windshield is covered in, or his screen is covered in bugs. Wow, it's
Wow.
horrible. Yeah. Is Chicago a place? You ever been to Chicago?
About 5 times, just passing through, you know.
Yeah, so you don't really know the city very well, or
No, I don't.
yeah, right. I've never been to Chicago. I honestly say, regrettably, it's one of America's great cities, certainly in the past. And there are so many attractions and museums and places, historical Americana places I'd love to visit up there. And I'm still hoping I can get up there. If someone donates me $5,000, I can get up there and enjoy that part of the country. Chicago, Duluth, Milwaukee. I'd like to visit there. Yeah.
Well,
Wow, fantastic. Are you a movie guy?
uh, no, not a lot of cinema here. In fact, I threw my television set out the window in 1993, and I scarcely looked back.
Really? Now, do you mean that figuratively? I hate that word, but do you mean that figuratively, or you literally threw the TV out the window?
Well, I was living in a 3-story building in downtown Rapid City, South Dakota.
Right.
And me and my friend got home from the bar and, click on the television set and nothing is on besides infomercials and
Right.
reruns of old sitcoms. And I was like, I'm done,
Right.
And I literally threw it out the window.
Literally out of the third floor window, like a rock star from the 60s.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and I made sure that it landed on the screen because this is back in 1993, and big screen, gas filled, and
Fantastic. Did it explode when it crashed?
it sounded like a bomb, bro.
Fantastic. Right.
It was awesome. No, it really was. It really was.
Now,
I don't care.
how long did the trashed television, how long was it there on the sidewalk before anybody came by to clean it up?
It was gone early
Or is
the
it
next
still
morning.
there?
Well, actually, but long story short, the police did come to my door and they got entry by the landlord and they came up to my third floor apartment. They knocked on the door and we could not contain our laughter.
Right.
But we didn't answer the door, but it was hilarious. And I was going to go clean it up, but it was gone by 8, 9 o'clock the next morning.
Do you think someone just swept it up and threw it in the trash, or someone tried to reassemble it so they could have a free TV?
No, they just threw it away.
Threw it away. Yeah. Wow. Amazing.
I mean,
Maybe the
it's so
Gophers got
hard.
it. Maybe the Gophers got hold of it. They
No,
never saw it before.
it
Yeah.
would've
Did
been
you
the
ever?
prairie
Did it occur to you in your inebriated state that you might have killed someone?
No, because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning and I could see directly where I was dropping it.
Yeah. Well, the proper response would have been being in the community. No, and who cares? It's their fault for being there if they got killed. So, right. Okay. Did you see the movie Fargo? What did you think of that?
Yeah, that was melded together by 3 or 4 other stories. I liked the film, but in the same token, it didn't play out nearly like the movie. So anyway,
Right.
it was based on like 3 other stories, and they kind of melded them all together for their, literary license. Their
Yeah, right. Can we talk about your cat a little bit?
What about my cat?
Well, I mean, I love cats. I'm not going to pick on the cat. I mean, legit questions. What brand cat food do you give your cat?
I've never really had anyone try to interview me. So, what is your interest?
I'm interested in all kinds of things, and cats are, there's billions of dollars spent on cat food products and medical care. And, you go to the market or the pet store and there's unlimited number of varieties of cat food. Some of it is highly nutritious and some of it is just garbage. cheap crap. So I'm just wondering what brand you like to buy, you like to give your cat. You don't have to answer that at all. It's just
Well, it's kind of
these are the
boring.
kinds of questions that
How
interest me.
about
Yeah.
I'm being interviewed? So if I'm being interviewed, I would think it'd be along lines not about cat food. Probably
Right.
my intellectual prowess, something like that.
Right. All
But
right. Well, that's certainly a fair comment. Can you acknowledge that some brands of cat food are like just garbage, and some brands are highly nutritious and whole food kind of products?
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's an interesting topic. How a person takes care of their pet, whether it's a dog, a cat, a squirrel, a gopher. So, all right, that's fine. So I won't ask you about cat litter. What brands of cat litter you buy? That's fine. We'll move on. Very good. Yeah. Politically, are you into politics?
Oh, yes, very much so. I said that at the beginning.
Okay, that's true. You did right. And how's the politics in North Dakota? Is it a conservative state or a libtard Democrat commie state?
Well, you should know that already. I mean, North Dakota. What? I mean, come on now.
Well, my thought would be it's a conservative, traditional American, you know, uh, type place. Am I right? Or-
Well, yeah, better than 90% in every county except for the Indian reservations. They vote Republican. Better than 90%. Okay.
So the state is overwhelmingly. I didn't get that. It's overwhelmingly Republican, except for the reservations.
Overwhelmingly. Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds great. Do you see a lot of Trump flags in front of people's homes?
No, I don't. No.
Oh boy, Fargo would be the biggest city. Have you ever thought about being in Fargo? It would still be a very small city, but it would be the city for which is bigger, Fargo or Bismarck?
Fargo.
Fargo, yeah. Um, Maybe it's a good place to live because I love snow and the cold winters. What's the summer season like there? Is it brutally hot?
This year has been a little abnormally hot, but other than that, no, uh, it's been normal, I guess.
Gee, maybe that's a place I could look into for relocating, getting out of this cesspool that I'm in. What is your favorite Beatles album? Asks Espresso Racer.
Uh, I don't have one. I mean, I kind of grew up with hearing the Beatles a lot, and I don't really think about them anymore.
Right, right. So, like for example, two or three of your favorite bands or musical groups or individual, performers. Who would you name of your favorites?
I don't know. I have to say the Clash and
Right.
CCR. Uh, Other than that, I don't really harness my musical interests. So
So the
yeah,
Clash is
the Clash. Yeah, I
yeah.
really
Okay.
enjoyed them. Yeah.
That's a good answer. Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting answer. I've never heard any of the music from the. Maybe they had some MTV stuff decades ago. Maybe I saw them.
But Creedence Clearwater Revival, and then other than that, that's the old stuff. I
Yeah, yeah.
try to like harness some musical, uh, develop my musical taste over the years, but I have not.
Right. Okay, that's very good. Yeah. So in your town, 9 o'clock at night, is it pretty much lights out all over the place and nobody's outside?
Yeah, nothing is open.
Nothing's open. So clearly there's no McDonald's or Burger King in your town or a Sonic. So
No.
so you're stuck. There's no late night 1 o'clock Taco Bell run or anything, which actually would be good if you didn't. Yeah. All right. Let me run over some well-known phrases from these other channels from the verse, and tell me if any of them sound familiar. Flip them over. Do you know what that means or refers to?
Yeah, just yeah, run them. Go ahead.
No, no, no. Okay, there's more to it. You got, Okay. Oh, London Calling was the Clash. I've heard of that. I've probably heard that song. Yeah. Well, I know I heard the song. CCR, top classic rock band. Yeah. Right. Okay. How about the Monger's Monger? Do you know what that refers to?
No, I have no idea.
No idea. Fantastic. This is good. Okay. One more. How about let's see. Well, I don't know. Forget whatever. Yeah. Very good.
How old are you, Morty?
Oh, I'm an old guy. I'm well over 55. Yeah.
Well over 55. I don't know what that means, but
It means I
yeah,
don't want to say, but I'm well over 55. But I'm
okay.
still quite good looking and reasonably fit and athletic, and I move around on my own. I don't need a walker or a wheelchair, and I'm doing okay. Yeah, very nice. So, have you traveled much around the country over the years?
Oh yes, very much.
Right. Ah, the governor's governor. Do you know what that refers to? The governor's governor. That's a good one, Max. Thank you. That goes way back. Yeah. Yeah. You ever been to the Grand Canyon?
Oh yeah, that is Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think. California.
Well, yeah, but in the community it refers to something else. So that's okay. And last question: urban gentry. Do you know what that refers to?
I mean, historically, but
Okay. So yeah, you. All respect, there's a lot to be exposed to in this quote community of bottoms that you'll need to be that you'll get around to. Yeah, Velcro shoes, Velcro sneakers. You have any Velcro sneakers, Velcro shoes?
no, I can still tie my shoes. Thank you.
Fantastic. Right. You ever been to the Grand Canyon?
No, I have not. I've not been to the desert Southwest or California. I've been to Oregon.
Right.
I've been to Oregon, Washington, and worked on the North Slope for 2 seasons. Lived in Alaska 2 years, but
Right. I did a show once with 2 guests, and we talked about razors and shaving equipment or shaving gear. Shaving foam, gel, wax,
yeah,
whatever it's called.
being ridiculous right now. But
No. I'm
anyway,
absolutely serious. I did a show. It was very interesting. Do you use an electric razor or a safety blade or?
I use the clippers and I clean my face and
Clip.
get tied up.
Basic clippers. Very nice. Okay. No, these are also, yeah. Do you have an air fryer?
Yes, I do. You can probably see it.
Fantastic. I did many shows
All right.
on air fryers. So.
Okay, these are a lot of really weird questions.
Yes. Right. Well, you're not going to get this kind of content on those other.
You're tracking me down right now. I know
Oh,
this.
okay. Let's boost it up a little bit. So, how about watches? Are you a watch guy or any kind of luxury products kind of guy?
No, I have not owned a watch for about 30 years.
Even an Apple Watch kind of thing?
No, I had a really nice Seiko and got a good price for it.
Seiko, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these channels are all full of these.
Politically, do you lean left or right? I would have to guess.
I love President Trump.
Bullshit. I don't believe so.
No, truly, I love
Oh,
it.
if you live in Portland, I don't believe you.
Well, I'm from New York originally. I've been around the country a lot, different places.
Yeah, so double. So I do not believe you.
Okay, that's fair. Fair enough.
So,
Portland is a liberal cesspool.
Oh, you call it a cesspool, but I don't think you actually believe that. I think you find it to be heaven.
No,
did you know
no.
that-
It's a garbage. Like Seattle used to be a beautiful city, and it's a cesspool now.
What was the Democratic Party before it became the Democratic Party?
You'd have to go back to the John Kennedy era, where back then it was basically a traditional American value party, and for the people, except for, of course they had the Jim Crow and racism and KKK background in their history. But what it turned into now has no relation at all to the Democrat Party of Hubert Humphrey and John Kennedy in that era. Yeah. No, believe me, I truly am a Trump admirer. I think he's the greatest gift to this country ever.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. He's the greatest man to be on this, to inhabit the earth in the last 2,000 years. I kind of think that God.
He's the biggest Democrat. He was a lifelong Democrat, very close personal friend with the Clintons. So he's not a Republican, that's for certain.
Well,
But
his
he's a
friendship with the
lifelong
Clintons.
Democrat. No, you gotta hear me out here. I
Yes.
only say about 50 words.
Please.
You know, yeah. At a time, I have brevity at my command, but Donald Trump, lifelong Democrat, very close personal friend with the Clintons, and a close personal friend with Jeffrey Epstein. So obviously, he's a Democrat.
He met Jeffrey Epstein. This is totally documented. He met him once or twice. He's never been a close personal friend. In fact, he threw him out of his Mar-a-Lago club because he found him so fucking repulsive and racist.
That's the story.
Well, it's the fact, yeah.
I mean, I was not
He met
there.
him once, maybe 2 times at a New York cocktail party, and he didn't like invite him over his house for schnapps or anything.
He just didn't want him at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, fine. In terms of the Clintons, Trump has discussed that's strictly political expediency for being a New York City businessman, a billionaire businessman. You know, he has no affection for the Clintons at all. He knows they're fucking slime. Yeah.
Was he really? I mean,
Of course. Yeah.
did he drain the swamp? I mean,
Oh my
know-
God, are you kidding? He's done tremendous things. He's done more in
okay,
his
so
presidency than can be imagined. Yeah.
okay, let me fill you with a little bit of knowledge here
Sure.
with brevity at my command, right?
Sure.
The Democratic Republican Party started as one party, okay? And they obviously remained joined at the hip to this day. The Democratic Republican Party pretended to split up in 1834 to take down the Whig Party. They did that. Shortly afterwards, Zachary Taylor and William Henry Harrison, 2 Whig presidents, died in office under very mysterious circumstances. Political insiders of the day said they were poisoned. Okay?
Okay.
And there used to be long articles about this online, but they're kind of like sweeping that out, kind of brushing it up, putting it down the memory hole, so to speak. But yes, and we've been ruled by a uniparty since about 1850.
Do you feel Donald Trump as president is part of the uniparty thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? Is that so?
Absolutely.
Why does everybody in the Democrat Party wish him to be assassinated and want to convict him of every unimaginable crime he's ever committed, and try him for impeachment 2 times, and spread lies about him on the Democrat-controlled communist media day after day, from day one that he announced his presidency?
Well,
If he's
most
such a
people
part of
believe
if
in-
he's such a part of it.
Most people believe in the left-right paradigm, and I don't, and I haven't, since I was a child, I haven't believed in the left-right paradigm. In fact, the left and right, the Democrats and Republicans, were so often accused, like in the 90s, they were so often accused of actually being on the same side, and nothing really changed year to year. In fact, the what the people wanted, a more populist view, the mere opposite is what actually happened.
Question here from Pasta. Pasta's in Pennsylvania. He's a veteran and a fine viewer. How do you feel about the Bolshevik Party, Gordon?
The Bolshevik Party, what? They killed Tsar Nicholas II. They completely murdered the entire family. Yeah, completely terrible. As compared to the Mensheviks, I believe under probably the auspices of Trotsky. But I know a lot about the Russian Revolution.
Yeah, sometimes I fantasize. Well, my whole life is just a fantasy. But sometimes I think if I could go back into history, who would I like to meet? You know, who could I talk to back? And I've always thought, well, Tsar Nicholas II would be somebody I would have liked to have met. And if you ask me why, I would have said because I believe if I sat down with him, you know, man to man over a vodka or a cafe au lait, I could have you know persuaded him to change some of his thinking about how he's running Russia, and because I think he was a likable enough guy, not an absolute. Well, he was an absolute despot, and totally incompetent. But I feel I could have helped the guy make some positive changes for his country, if I had the opportunity to talk to him. But hello,
Well, he had
Blimey.
already done
Blimey
that.
says, "Hey, Morty, you coward." Oh, thank you, Blimey. Very good.
Oh, blimey. Yeah, I know blimey.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Good to see you have Gordon the cat abuser. See, here's the hate.
Yeah,
You're a cat
right,
abuser now, right?
right.
Okay. Gordon has Mike the Snake levels of knowledge. Respect, sir. Do you know the panel? Do you know the guy out there, Mike the Snake, one of the regular
No, I don't
viewers?
know him.
Yeah, he goes on the Archie Luxury channel a lot and other channels as well. Yeah. Gordon, what are your thoughts on Trotsky?
Well, Leon Trotsky was a Menshevik, if I'm not mistaken, and in that he differed from the complete communist mentality of the Bolsheviks, and that's why he was murdered in Mexico.
Yeah, they tracked him down and killed him in Mexico. Incredible. Yeah, those commie bastards. Yeah,
Oh, you know,
yeah,
they are what they are. Today,
exactly.
the current system we live under, it sounds like a contradiction in terms, but we live under a global corporate communism. At first, they tried to inch their way through the institutions, and then they finally had full control over the money supply and the corporations.
Here's a hate comment from Blimey. Nice avatar, Blimey. Your ignorance is comical, Morty. Gordon famously streamed his cat with severe mange multiple times, but refused to take it to the vet. What is he referring to?
Yeah, my cat had some mange. He's fine now. He's just asleep there, and
And did
he's
you
talking
did you
about,
did you take him
he's
to a
talking
vet?
about something 2 years ago.
Okay, well, on this in this verse, doesn't matter what you did. They'll go back to when you're 1 day old to spread hate and lies.
Right.
Did you take him to a vet when you saw
No,
him?
I did some treatments that I found online and through other viewers, and I got some spray and I did multiple treatments, and then he turns out just fine. You know,
Did you
so
ever see the Andy Griffith Show episode where Don Knotts and Gomer Pyle went into they found this cream that they said can cure the mange?
uh,
No, no, okay,
I mean,
okay.
my cat simply had mange, and I didn't want to take him to a vet for $300, and then I got to go there, and
Right.
then that's like it's like 100 miles travel,
Oh,
right?
okay. That's
So
yeah, yeah. That's a big
so
deal. Yeah.
$300 and then go there, 100 miles and back, and but I got him treated quickly. But in the same token, I don't know why he wants to cling on to that.
Well, because
It's like,
that's who these people are out there. They'll cling on to from whence the day you're born, they will come up with anything to attack and destroy. Um, I don't know enough about mange. Is that something
it
that
wasn't
is?
even mange. It was he just had like fleas on his backside, and that was
Please, right?
it. And
Okay, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I just got some.
Is mange something that antibiotics are used that you get from a veterinarian, or is it just a medicated shampoo kind of cream that you would use? Or I don't
I
know.
don't know, but the vets, they all want to tell you it's something, that they cannot define. You give them all the symptoms, you tell them what's going on, and they act like they don't know. They just want, as much money as they can get out of you. So,
Right. Those damn veterinarians. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Um,
they're all
um,
being bought up.
I thought about being a vet when I was a college age high school kid. I really thought about it a lot, but I decided that's too much work. I mean, I'd really have to study, and That's what. Blimey, Morty, you banned me on Puck's request, but didn't ask before. I didn't ban you. You're here. What are you talking about? See, that doesn't make any sense. I didn't ban you. His
Puck
cat
wanted-
does look healthy, Morty. He was on earlier with his cat up close. That's nice. Yeah, very nice. Right. It was a huge gaping wound. Mange is putting it
Oh,
mildly. Was he possibly attacked by another animal, like a gopher?
He has a huge gaping wound. That is so ridiculous. He just had missing fur from licking himself so much.
Ah,
That
yeah,
was the only
yeah.
thing going.
Right,
So-
got it. Okay. Geez, that's right. Not
Oh,
all.
my
No,
God.
I admire veterinary practitioners a lot, and that was a career that I had thought about when I was young.
All children, they want to be a veterinarian because they like animals. You know, they're really fond of the cute little critters and that. But to all children, they want to become veterinarians. That's really common. But it's amazing to me how you show one slight flaw. It's like, look, my cat has this condition, and then I have Blimey saying that I'm like he was actually saying that I should be reported to PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, right?
Right.
You know, this is so retarded.
Well, the next thing he'll probably say is that you strung up your cat by the neck on your tree in your backyard and you were yanking his tail out or something. You know. So
Oh my God.
yeah, yeah. Right. Very good. You're not a Trump guy. What nationally? What political figures do you think are good people, are good leaders or politicians, good representatives?
Unfortunately, the vast majority have been so completely compromised, and there's no political solution for this, unfortunately. And it's not that I'm not a Trump guy. I liked a lot of the things that Trump was talking about, but I also like a lot of things the left were talking about. And these are cogent things that left and right can agree upon.
Okay, that's
But
a good point. Like,
unfortunately,
for
yeah.
example, what are some things the left does or says that you like?
Limiting corporate power and now they're changing. When the left thinks that corporate power is on their side, then they love them. Okay, but limiting corporate power and corporate influence over politics is of preeminent importance. But unfortunately, when the right feels that corporate power is on their side or the left feels it's on their side, then they run with it. Oh, they're all for the corporations then. I don't want a data center in my fucking backyard.
Correct.
I don't.
Correct. Right. Well, we all can agree on that, except for the communist America haters. We all can agree on that. Yeah. Blimey, I never had you banned, and I never reinstated you from a ban. So thank you for watching, but it's just not the case. Father Jack, hello there. AC3 never wanted. That's Archie Luxury. Never wanted to be a veterinarian. He hates all animals equally. Really? Is he an animal hater? Wow.
Who's AC3?
That's the YouTuber who started all of this, Archie Luxury. He does a show every day for the last 17 years.
Is that right? Wow.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Gordon is hardcore. He drinks his vodka straight out of the bottle. Cheers. Is that true? You're a vodka guy?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well this is a good topic. When you buy vodka, so your town has a liquor store, clearly.
Well, I buy it by the case, and I usually have it brought in, delivered.
Okay, good. What's your choice of brands when you buy vodka?
It's a cheap brand. It's a very cheap brand, but I prefer Skull. It doesn't give me a hangover.
Skull, like SKULL?
No, SKOL, like Skull.
Skull.
Cheers.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I never heard of that brand. Okay, Skull. And if I'm not a vodka guy, okay, so if I went to the liquor store and bought the very cheapest bottle they had, and the very most expensive bottle they had. What kind of difference would I detect? What kind of differences?
Well, there's cheap brands that are actually very good. Just as the dissolution of the Soviet Union, we had all kinds of excellent Russian vodka coming into the U.S., and it was the cheapest price, but it was the very best. In the same token, it's like you have cheap brands in the U.S. like Kharkov, and there's a few others, but Skoll is actually very good vodka.
Really? Okay. I would have no idea. I know brand names like Smirnoff and Absolute.
Yeah,
And
even Phillips or Smirnoff, their vodka is kind of shit because it'll give you a bad aftertaste.
yeah.
So it goes down like water, and it gives you no hangover. So anyway, but
Yeah. It's good to know.
Skull vodka is the cheapest vodka, and you're not going to get a hangover, and it no aftertaste like water.
Right. Okay. Very interesting. Do you enjoy vodka on the rocks or with orange juice or just straight out of the bottle, or how do you enjoy it?
I like it with orange juice. I previously ran out of orange juice, so I'm drinking it out of the bottle.
Right. Okay. I used to drink screwdrivers when I was like college age kid. That was a popular drink. That was,
Do you drink a lot?
no, not really. I take benzos all day long. All
Is
day,
that
all
right?
night.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a
Huh.
benzo addict, and I find it quite enjoyable. In terms of drinking, I don't drink much really. I do like brandy, okay, and I have a couple bottles of really nice Spanish brandy. I like whiskey, but I don't drink that often. I'll have Johnny Walker Black on the rocks. If I'm going out with people, that's probably what I would order. It makes me feel really nice, okay, really relaxed and happy. Well, not happy. I'm never happy, but it makes me feel very social and smiley. I like to margaritas are always really nice as a drink, and I also sometimes have a bush. I like Bushmill with Coke or
Do
Coke
you
Zero.
drink beer?
I'm not, well. I like some. I did a beer show half a year ago about a brand of beer I bought, which is from Germany, and it was I couldn't believe it. The label said the world's oldest brewery. The brand name is Weihenstephaner from Bavaria, and I never tasted anything like that in my life. I have 3 or 4 bottles in the fridge. Unbelievable. But I'm not really a beer guy.
I've never been a beer guy, really.
Yeah, I'm more a coffee and tea guy, really. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Have you ever had sake? Sake? Japanese
No,
sake?
actually, I've not had sake. I was
Yeah,
on my way to a sake event and got sidetracked, but I never drank the sake.
yeah. I lived in Japan, and I was drinking it there. And some bottles of sake you buy at the convenience store, they're inexpensive, and some bottles are hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So I asked these Japanese people, many Japanese people, what's the difference, And they all gave me the same answer, okay, which is, and this is useful information, because they drink by the bottleful every night. I mean, they're just a nation of alcoholics. I mean, this is pathetically sad, but it's true. The alcoholism problem in Japan is mind-boggling. But anyway, it's incredible. They taste not that dissimilar. They taste pretty similar. The difference is the next morning when you wake up, if you bought the really cheap shit, your head will be pounding, pounding, pounding. You will be vomiting, sweating. And if you
Right,
bought the really expensive stuff, you'll wake up and you'll feel fine.
right.
So that
So,
really, yeah.
you've been to Japan, so
Yeah.
how widely traveled are you? Can you
Not
break that
really. The
down?
only countries I've been to have been Japan. I've been to Canada, but that was just a 4 or 5 day weekend in Vancouver. And I've been to Mexico, but only Juarez and Tijuana, which, to be fair, that does not represent Mexico. Those, Tijuana, border town of San Diego, and Juarez, border town of El Paso. So that doesn't represent Mexico, really. So I can't say I've really seen Mexico.
But Canada, Mexico, and Japan?
That's it. Yeah.
Wow, okay. All right.
Yeah. I would love to go to England. That's always been my life's desire to go to visit England and stay there a long time. And Germany, and in particular, those two countries. Yeah. If I did more travel internationally.
Yeah, I've been to Canada as several times, as well as Sweden one time, and very, very nice. I really did enjoy my stay in Sweden.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you can tell, I got the Swedish flag on my arm.
Oh, can you show that again? Let me just. The Swedish. Are you Swedish by heritage?
Yeah, I'm absolutely Swedish.
Fucking A, way to go, Sweden. Yeah. And we love Sweden on this channel. You know, Sweden politically has destroyed itself. The leaders of Sweden have destroyed the country. Are you aware of this?
I mean, I'm aware of what's happened in Sweden since I visited there in like 2003, but in the same token, it's not as, it's still, they haven't killed themselves. They haven't.
Well, it's in the process of being destroyed by the invasion,
yeah,
by the colonists and invasion, and it's basically the rape capital of Europe now.
Well, yeah, they're accused of that. There are so many nuances to that, but I think they've greatly limited the immigration as far as that goes. But yeah, I understand.
Well, there's no more room for immigrants. They're so occupied or colonized now. It's just written in. It's just written in the books. The country's destroyed in one generation, 2 generations. It's in one of those European countries which will just. There'll be no relation at all to Sweden in 50 years to its glorious history, and its demographics. You know.
It is a
Gordon.
matter of demographics.
Yeah, I mean, attractive, blonde, tall, fair-skinned, blue-eyed people, sexy women, and you know, the sex capital of Europe.
Hey,
and yeah,
it's funny.
yeah.
When
Gordon
when
looks like a.
when I arrived at Arlanda Airport in Stockholm, actually Arlanda isn't Arlanda; it's just outside of Stockholm. But I arrived at Arlanda Airport, and I thought there was like, you know, obviously there's a modeling convention going on. Obviously there's, you know, some kind of Vogue or cosmopolitan, you know, photo shoot going on here, you know, because all of these beautiful women. And no, that's just the way the women look there.
I mean, it's true. I've met or I've known many Swedish people when I lived in Los Angeles, and it's very, very funny about Swedish people. I mean, real Swedes from Sweden is they look just like any other American, but when you really get to know them, they are different. It's a different culture, different people, a different country. I mean, that sounds pretty basic, but they do have different viewpoint on things. But I could easily marry a Swedish woman and be very, very happy. But that's long gone. Yeah, the grape capital of Europe. Yeah, right. So Gordon looks like a Viking. It all makes sense now. How far can you trace your heritage back? You ever done a genealogy on your DNA thing? Any one of those?
Well, they kept track of it. It goes back about 300 years, and I'm like 12.5% French Irish from one of my great grandparents. So that's, you know, other than that, I'm 100% Swedish. No, I'm 82.5% Swedish, but
great.
Yeah, 12.5% French Irish, but
right.
Yeah.
Right. Pasta says, Gordon, watch the series Vikings. Think you'll love it. I'm not familiar with that. What network or channel is Vikings on? Can you HBO or something like that? Netflix or blimey. American Morty's absolute buffoon. You realize you have the same common ancestor. Well, of course, it's a fish. That's the same common ancestor. We all come from fish. But
so paramecium in a petri dish.
Oh, a fish, yeah. But anyway, okay.
Yeah, first things crawling out of the ocean.
Yeah. Okay.
Or
Looks like
back
any
now.
other American. Quote, please, Morty, you're offending the Google Anglos. Very good. I'm glad you're offended. That's terrific. Very good. Okay. Pasta. It's over now. You have to find it now on a streaming service. Okay. Well, that's a good recommendation. Yeah.
All right.
Very
Thank you,
nice.
Pasta.
Yeah. So, as a Swede, do you like to prepare Swedish cuisine at home? Are you a home cooking kind of guy?
Swedes do not have any cuisine that is really worthy of note.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that they do, they mostly, every cuisine they do well, they've adopted from another culture, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But there's, I don't eat lefse,
Mm-hmm.
or, I don't even, they're not renowned for their cuisine. They're
What about
absolutely not.
Swedish meatballs? Is that an American
That's
thing?
It's just a thing, you know. You can
Right.
call it Swedish meatballs, but they're just meatballs, right?
Well, they have a different sauce. It's not an Italian tomato sauce. It's a different kind of sauce, but it's good. Yeah. Wow, very interesting. Yeah. Have you ever thought about if you had the money and about moving to Sweden and living there? Maybe in the past when you were younger and just enjoying your life there.
I probably would have stayed there. Yeah, probably would have stayed there. In the same token, I might move to Tokyo or
Mm-hmm.
Singapore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tokyo or Singapore, it's like, anyway, I like well-structured, orderly societies where
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
are not running amok.
Right. Why is it that Scandinavian women, Swedish and Danish and so on, that they're in general they're just so remarkably beautiful, athletic, fit, tall, blonde, sexy as hell, incredible sexy legs and bodies, and beautiful blue eyes and beautiful dazzling smiles. Why is that?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I guess I could say genetics, but then people would call me racist for
Hmm.
saying that. In the same
Is it
token, it's
because
like,
they eat a lot of fish? Is it the high omega threes, maybe?
yeah, I think that would have something to do with it. It also speaks to longevity, just like with the Norwegians or those who live in Japan.
Hmm.
The longevity, and I do think Japanese women are attractive. But when you look at it, why do people gravitate towards a certain facial feature or, you know, uh, anyway, I could go on about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right. So I'm guessing in your town, are there any Asians or are there any Asian? Is there an Asian community in your town? Is there a Chinese restaurant?
No,
Wow.
closest thing we have to that would be some Filipinos.
Filipino. Okay. Well, we love Filipinos here. Yeah. And Filipino. I'm not that familiar with Filipino food, but I've only had it once or twice. Pasta says, I would think North Dakota has an easier and affordable economy. Isn't North Dakota has a huge oil industry that generates tremendous wealth for the state. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I wish we could like statalize or nationalize and just close off the borders and become our own nation because we'd be completely self-sufficient.
Like Alberta, Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, Alberta could easily do that.
What are your thoughts on Alberta becoming independent? And I mean, it's a very far off idea, but becoming the 51st state, even if it didn't become its
They
own country.
they should become their own nation. I
I
mean,
think so. Yeah.
between Edmonton and Calgary, I mean, my God, they're just an economic powerhouse.
Right. Right. The rest of Canada leeches off. Eastern
Yeah, they
Canada
do.
leech. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Eastern Canada, especially the maritime provinces, which I guess they have fishing. That's about it, and beer. They're just leeching off the booming success of Alberta. Not Alberta. What is it?
well, Calgary, Edmonton,
Yeah,
Alberta.
yeah, right. Those provinces. Well, Saskatchewan and Alberta. Yeah. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump regarding vis-a-vis Greenland? His comments about Greenland?
Well, Greenland would easily wish to become, if someone really wanted to actually extract these resources, the people of Greenland, if they're free and independent from Denmark, or then they would be completely open to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they've become extremely wealthy overnight, but it's an extreme endeavor to actually try to extract resources from Greenland, but they do have many.
Oh yeah, I think Donald. I never thought about Greenland in terms of the strategic value to the United States and the security for our country, but having listened to Donald Trump talk about it, it would be basically it's vital that we get Greenland because Russia otherwise will just take it by force, and we can preserve Greenland as it is to keep it, as beautiful and natural as it is. Of course, we'll have to establish some military bases and a Trump hotel and a Trump shopping plaza,
Right.
and but I mean, can you imagine the instant tourism dollars that would generate in Greenland's economy once Trump established shopping, hotels, restaurants? It would just be, I would want to go there. It would just be an explosive, booming economy. But strategic military reasoning, evaluation, we have to have it. And we can take it from Denmark by force, but there's no reason to do that. I believe Trump can negotiate getting Greenland from Denmark. I really hope he
It's
can.
actually the ability to extract the resources is all that the concern is. So why balk if you're saying, just going to take Greenland? You would do that. You would just do it. If there were the ability from all the brainiacs in Alaska and Houston, maybe some Russian extraction technology, but there are so many mineral resources that could be extracted
Incredible.
from
Just
Greenland.
incredible.
But you
Yeah.
realize they're covered by nearly a kilometer of ice all over this huge island, right?
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. Let me just address Blimey. By the way, Blimey, appreciate you being here, but nobody, by the way, has, can you believe this? In an hour and 40 minutes, this channel has not received one Ko-Fi, one PayPal, one Cash App, not even a 99-cent Ko-Fi, nothing. And I provide on this channel this incredibly good content. But yeah, Blimey says it's completely subjective. What kind of question is that? By what standard are they more beautiful? I would say you can find beautiful women of all cultures. That's absolutely true. But the thing is, let's pick on, for example, Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia. I've never seen a major American city with more unattractive women. And Seattle as well. I mean, they're just bestial, okay? Foul. Just ugly. But the thing is, if you go to Stockholm, let's say, or Sweden, it's just overwhelmingly populated with just incredibly beautiful women. And if for the gay crowd out there, the men too, extremely virile and handsome and tall and fit, and Viking-like, yet romantic and gentle. And so, I mean, there is a difference. Yeah. Okay.
It's not
Blimey.
subjective.
Yeah.
But yeah, blimey, it's not subjective in one iota. Unfortunately, when you hand out little dollies to children, even the black children prefer the white dollies. They like the white dollies, and the white children, they scream in horror being given a black dolly. So, I mean, I don't know about
I've never
this.
heard of anything like that.
Yeah, actual study.
Wow. Amazing. Wow.
Yeah, some people are more physically attracted than others, and when you
that's
try
true.
to mix
Yeah.
them and force them together, then you have severe problems.
Well, I've
You
met a
really
lot of
do.
Ethiopian women. Ethiopian women can be very beautiful, very sexy, very attractive.
Probably
Ethiopians
more
are
on
a little different in Africa because they're a real mix of the Arab culture people
right.
and Native African people and Europeans, and some of them turn out really just gorgeous.
Yeah,
Blimey.
it's more on their personality. The true Africans I've met, they're far better in their personality and just the way they uh, comport themselves than any African Americans.
Right.
So
Whoa. What did you say?
what did I say?
Yeah, can you repeat that? I was reading Blimey's comment. What were you saying about comporting? What was that?
Just their general attitude and their demeanor, the way they comport themselves
Uh huh.
public wise, the way uh, their general personality is far more preferable. It makes them attractive. Um, but when you compare that to African Americans, yeah, that's a just complete difference.
Uh-oh. Is that a racist comment?
No, that's not racist. I'm
I'm
talking
just
about
asking on
African.
behalf of Espresso Racer. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Oh, I've been intimate with quite a number of, I mean, model type beautiful African American women, and we've had wonderful times, and they're quite beautiful, and there are foul scum white people. Well, just look at the YouTube community, but there's all kinds of people in every culture and background. But
Culturally is one thing, but physical attractiveness is another. So it's kind of, comparing.
yeah. Do you think Halle Berry is a sexy looking woman?
Halle Berry.
Why is Halle Berry acclaimed as this unbelievable Hollywood sex pot? Same thing with what's her name? Jennifer Lopez, the Latin American, the Mexican. Is she Mexican? Mexican American? She's just like the Hollywood publicity machine is. Oh, she's this incredible, sexy, sexual, Latino woman. And I got to tell you the truth. You go to Los Angeles Community College, you'll find women way sexier and more beautiful than Jennifer Lopez or any of those Hollywood deranged people. But anyway, yeah. She's Puerto Rican. Okay, well, we love the Puerto Ricans. I found through my life experience that women who are combined Puerto Rican and Filipino background, half Filipino, half Puerto Rican, are absolutely gorgeous. I know some. I know a few who are friends of mine, just who are mixed, half and half Puerto Rican, Filipino, and oh my God, just extraordinary. Yeah. I'd love
Probably
to go
the
to.
most
Yeah.
probably the most attractive women I've seen are like of the Athabascan uh, Eskimo villages, and they're just like every woman is so gorgeous that I don't know. That's just my personal preference.
Wow, Eskimo sex, Eskimo women, amazing. Athabascan that would be in Canada?
Yeah, Ketchikan,
Ketchikan.
around the Ketchikan area.
Ketchikan is Alaska, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Right. Wow. Well, Canada, Alaska, same thing. Wow. I've always thought about it would be fun to take a vacation to Puerto Rico. I mean, it is America. Don't need a passport. And try some of the food, Puerto Rican coffee. There's an insect in Puerto Rico. I forgot the name of it, and it makes noises all night long, like a cricket singing kind of noise. And they have songs about it in Puerto Rico. I forgot what the thing is called, and I'd like to hear that. And
Why would you have taken a cruise through the fjords of
Oh, I would
Alaska.
love to. I would. Well, those leave from Seattle. Basically, you take them from Seattle, the Alaskan cruise ships. I don't have any
You're,
money. I'm a pauper. Pauper.
you're,
And
oh, yeah,
if
I'm a
I had any
pauper.
money, I would definitely want to take an Alaskan cruise and stop off at those cities and travel around Alaska, on day
I'm,
trips.
hey,
Meet the
where are
Eskimo
you on
women.
this? Uh, I don't know. I don't want to just flip the topic
Mm.
on a dime. But where are you on this whole faux flat Earth controversy?
Oh,
I,
a flat
you
earther.
know,
Anybody who's a flat earther is a mental case. Yeah.
yeah, they're absolutely retarded in
It's like
some way,
sovereign
but
citizens. They're mental cases.
it depends on the topic as far as Sav sits. But in the same token, flat earthers are so ridiculous that they're either merely trying to grift
Mm.
and they don't believe it at all, or they're completely uh, ridiculous and they merely garner facts to try to support that which is completely indefensible. There's
I
no
would even
way
say
to
anyone
go.
who's a devout firmly believes that the Earth is flat needs to be in a psychiatric institution because they're deranged. Yeah.
They are. They are.
Sovereign citizens are deranged and delusional because they always say, "I'm not driving. I'm traveling. I'm allowed to travel." And if I were the policeman, I would say, "You can travel all day long. You can use a pogo stick, a bicycle. You can walk. You can run. You can jog. You can." You do whatever, but if you're going to drive a car on the highway, you need a driver's license. It's that simple. So you're not being denied traveling because you're driving a car. You just need a license. It's not a constitutional right to drive a car. But
But it's kind
anyway,
of a contradiction in terms to say sovereign, but yet citizen.
right.
So if you're a sovereign, you're not a citizen. So that's where it kind of spun out of
Well,
control.
they're deranged, yeah. But the videos, I watch a lot of the sovereign citizen videos where the police, pull over the car and then they wind up smashing the window, tasing the person and ripping them out of the car. It's quality video content. Yeah. Gordon, question from Blimey. Blimey, you've been doing a lot of active talk here in the chat. It's very nice, but how about a 99-cent Cash App, to help out? But anyway, okay. Blimey, Gordon, you never push back on Ken's flirting. For years you were canvassing Morty for his opinion so you could adjust your position accordingly. What does he mean, Ken's flirting for you? What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means, but I
Is
think
that a
what
gay
he's
is that a
alluding
gay
to
thing? What is he
is
talking
that
about?
no, Ken Rotman, he and I would not discuss flat Earth, even though Ken is a flat earther.
Hmm.
And Ken and I agree on so many things, and we've had so many good times. Ken Rotman and I go back about, I don't know, 5, 6 years, maybe even longer.
Hmm.
But in the same token, I do like Ken Rotman, and I know he's a flat earther, but we never talk about flat Earth, okay? And he's always been mostly respectful to me, but he's getting up there in years to where he just kind of lashes out at. He's 67 years old or something like
Hmm.
that, right? And so he's just getting a little bit crotchety in his old age or whatnot.
He's a
But
commergent. He's a commergent. That's what they say in Chicago. Commergent. Yeah.
curmudgeon, I thought that meant something else. But
Well,
anyway,
curmudgeon, but Chicago, people really don't know how to speak English, so it's commergent. Yeah. Ken Rodman, who is that? That's a YouTube guy?
yeah,
These people who say they're flat earthers, do they really believe the earth is flat, or is it just a joke that they're doing?
I always thought that it was just a debate session to where one person says, "I'll take the weaker position because I debate better." See, like,
Right.
even though it's completely indefensible, you cannot defend any idea or show any real support for flat Earth. You're
Right.
saying, "I'm such a good debater, I'll take this really weak position and
Hmm.
I'll argue for flat Earth."
Well,
You
I can
know,
do things
and
like
that's what
that
I
too. As
thought
a
it was.
former lawyer, I
I
can do
thought it
that as
was
well. Yeah.
I thought it was intellectual sparring. I knew that some people are really fucking stupid and
Correct.
that they do believe in flat Earth, but in
Amazing.
the same
Yeah.
token, I just thought it was all fun and games. But it's merely grifters and, actually people who are very, very dumb.
Right. Is it possible that a flat earther who really, puts on a good YouTube channel can grift money, get a lot of super chats for that kind of bullshit?
It well, I don't know about anymore, but like say 5 years ago, I mean, if I had that mindset, I'm gonna really separate fools from their money. I could have made far more money than Roger Ledwell. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wouldn't have like, tried to weasel my way out of it. I'd be like, gotcha, suckers, and I would have taken the trip to Antarctica. Bro, if somebody just gave me $5,000, I'd be on my way to southern Chile or Argentina, ready to find a hop all the way there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I would just do it. Why not visit Antarctica
Why
on
not?
your bucket list?
Right,
I just,
exactly.
why not?
I agree.
I
Be
would just do it
phenomenal.
straight away.
Yeah. Which
Give
would
me
you
five
rather be?
thousand.
Okay, if you have $5,000, someone, you just win the lotto ticket. Do you have a lottery ticket that you can buy in North Dakota?
Oh yeah, we have
Okay.
several probably.
So
I don't.
let's say you buy a scratcher ticket and you win $5,000. You go, holy cow, this is great. Which would you do first? Go to Ketchikan, Alaska for the Eskimo women, or would you go to Chile?
I don't need to prove the Earth is a globe. I
Right.
mean, and nobody's going to pay me, except for fools. I mean, if everybody already knows the Earth is a globe, so nobody's going to give me money on a GoFundMe to go to southern Argentina or Chile to, catch a connector flight to Antarctica. But so I'm not going to make any money off that. But if I were, like a whatever constitution to where I should separate fools from their money. It's like, wow, a lot of fools are getting taken. It's like, oh
Oh,
yeah,
just look
go
at
to.
those other YouTube channels. It's unbelievable. By the way, has there ever been a better way to take money, separate fools from their money than Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard?
Yeah, he was really good at it. Excellent.
Extraordinary. Absolutely
Yeah.
extraordinary. Like, better than P.T. Barnum. I mean, just absolutely amazing.
Well, I'm surprised that they were these all these actors were not protected by Hollywood, but Hollywood must be Scientology itself. But that's another interesting
Well,
corollary topic.
Hollywood has turned into just a cesspool of deviants and perverts and America
Oh,
haters.
it
So,
is it is so terrible. But
yeah,
they were like
Jeffem,
that back.
yeah, Jeffem, I see you backstage, but I have to say, and I have to say honestly, due to current weather conditions, I can't have you on the show at this time. So I'm sorry about that, but I think it's best not to have you on the panel, Jevem.
I don't even think that's Jevem, quite frankly.
Well, if it is, because Puck
I
Elf
think that
doesn't want you here, and I don't want to put him into a tailspin of heartache.
that's yeah.
If that is
That's
the
a
actual Jevem, which I think it is. But
it's a faux drama.
yeah,
It's faux. FAUX. It's a faux
FAUO.
drama. It's not even
Yeah,
real.
right. Wow. What do we have here? Let me catch up here. Okay, Jimmy has a question. Morty, if a guy with an Aussie accent can say, quote, it's tricky, it's difficult, it's hard, over and over and over and make mega dollars, surely you can if you pivot to flat earth talk. Thank you for that suggestion. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's catch up on the comments. That's
That's
not
not.
true, Blimey, but I'm not looking to antagonize the fellow. I mean, he's been nothing but nice to me, and
If,
he did have one outburst on my show, which I felt bad about, and I don't want to set him off, so he's got enough to deal with. Okay, yeah.
Okay, good.
Now you see that's not a nice comment, Jeff. So, yeah. Okay. So, wow, this has been quite a chat. Getting to meet you, Gordon. Yeah.
If Jevem were actually here, she'd be saying she's the cult examiner. Otherwise, she wouldn't be here.
A
And
cult
so,
examiner. What's a cult
yeah, that's
examiner?
her channel.
Cult
That's her
examiner.
actual channel. So
What is a cult examiner? What does that mean?
she does all kinds of wow factor type stuff, e- examining the occult, the unknown, and
Ah,
things you know.
well,
So
that's kind of interesting stuff.
it can be,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I don't have any problems with the content, and other than I'm not really interested in it.
Well, I
But
mean, watching videos about witchcraft, occult, Golden Dawn, and devil worship, and the Clintons, all together. I mean, and satanic shit. It's not pleasant to watch that shit. It's just bad for your brain. But stuff like ancient aliens and alien reptilians, and that's interesting stuff. Ancient societies, the Sumerians and
ancient
the
society,
Nephilim,
other than that,
and all the. Let me get back to this comment here. Blimey. Go back and watch the vids. You were clearly Benny to the gills. Well, listen. Everyone's allowed to to express emotional upset, and I'm not looking to single out Puck over anybody else. But I don't see any reason to torment the guy. I find him a likable guy, more so than many of the other people out there who are just fucking scum. But anyway, okay. Morty is capitalizing from the. I haven't capitalized one bit from having Puck on the show. In fact, people have told me get rid of this guy. He's hurting your channel. But I find him quite an amusing fellow to chat with. Okay. Crappy could have hosted a talk show like Dick Cavett. Who says I didn't? But you're absolutely right, Espresso, and thank you for that comment. All right. Morty is the pontiff of. Okay. All right. You mean the Democrat Party? The satanic cult? Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Are you a Coke or a Pepsi guy, Gordon? Or neither?
neither.
Good. 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 Right. Yeah. So, can you tell us about any of your romantic escapades throughout your life? Swedish women, Eskimo women, North Dakota, Minneapolis women. Any great stories you can share with us?
I've been married twice. The first time I divorced, and the second time my wife died. They were both Native American, Sioux Indian tribe.
Really? And many Native American women can be very alluring and just beautiful. Absolutely. Yeah. Did you get very involved? Were they both from the same tribe of Native Americans or different tribes?
Well, they were both Sioux Indian. My first wife was Pine Ridge, and second wife Devil's Lake. But they're very good women.
Yeah. Did you get did you increase your knowledge about Native American culture and the Sioux people's heritage and everything from having a wife from that were two wives that were Sioux?
Well, the Sioux Indian were probably better than most all Native Americans. I mean, I don't know. I have a preference. That's all I'm saying.
Were
But
the Sioux, for
the
those
Sioux
who
Indian,
don't know, were the Sioux a warlike tribe, or were they a peaceful, corn growing, a friendly beer night, Saturday night dancing tribe?
well, I mean, North Dakota here. I mean, they called their college the North Dakota Fighting Sioux, and the Fighting Sioux, they really were warlike and but very intelligent and fine people, unless they imbibed in too much alcohol.
Is that a stereotype, a mean stereotype, a vicious stereotype about the American Indian, the Native American, and alcohol? The Western, the Americans moving west kept them drunk, and that just stayed with them genetically. They just couldn't handle the liquor, and it became a tragedy in the native culture. Because I watched videos about Alaska, and apparently Native Americans up in Alaska, it's a serious, in small towns, it's a very, very destructive issue to their people with the alcohol.
Yes, huge. I mean, probably even more so with the Eskimo um, than the just general American, Indians.
Yeah, yeah, wow. Well, that's a tragic situation. But, yeah. So, what state have you not been to that you'd like to take a trip to, like Florida, Texas, Washington, D.C., Boston, anything?
I've been to Florida. I've been to Texas. I have not been to Washington, D.C. I've been to New York twice, only flying in and flying out. Let me see. I've been to New Jersey. I think I would actually like some areas of New Jersey, but what state? I've been to about, I don't know, 30 U.S. states. Um, I don't think I need to see any more.
Right. Well, I've never been to the Grand Canyon or Chicago, and New Orleans, but I don't know what New Orleans is like now. But those three, and I lived in Texas a long time. It would have been very easy to get to New Orleans. Especially from Houston, but I just never did. So that's a regret, kind of. But I'd love to get to the Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, and Chicago, and I've just never done that yet. But I hope to get that done. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been to New Orleans, but I've been to Baton Rouge, Alexandria, Monroe, Louisiana. But
Monroe, yeah.
yeah,
Do you like spicy food, hot and spicy food, regardless of culture or cuisine? Like a Korean food
yeah,
or Cajun food or Indian food?
it's kind of a question that comes up, especially amongst the when people are talking about Scandinavians like myself, or people from the Midwest. Their food is so bland, they will
Bland.
say. Yeah, but no, we do like spicy food, and we're not immune to spices here.
Yeah, I can't stand any. And it doesn't matter what the cuisine is. I just don't like hot and spicy food. I just can't eat it. Whether it's Chinese, Indian, curry, curry just smells bad. But
I mean, you can have a decent egg roll, let us say, and it can be a little bit spicy, and the egg roll is still good. I'm not
well,
talking
that would
about
make sense. Yeah, I would just on a spice preference. I would just prefer zero hot and spicy. Zero level hot and spicy. Maybe one, but that's it.
Yeah, what's your ethnic heritage, Morty?
Mongolian, Kazakhstan background.
If you're serious right now, I'm gonna. No, if you're serious,
No,
that's
I
really
think I
funny.
don't really know, but I think it's German Russian.
German Russian. Okay, that makes
German
sense.
Russian. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, German Russian. Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, the map of Europe has changed over the centuries, but to the best of what I ever found out, it's German background and Russian background. Yeah. So I'm always at
Yeah,
war with myself.
perhaps only Prussian and Ukrainian. It's like I've never
Well, I
done
don't think
the
it's Prussian, no, but it might be Ukrainian. Yeah, but I
I've
don't
never
know.
done the 23 and Me. I've
I'd like
never
to do
really.
that. I'd really. Now, it's funny you mention that because I saw some website that popped up on my Instagram, one of those genetic testing things, and this one was different. It said first you have to go to one of those 23andMe or Ancestry DNA tests. You have to get that result done. And then what this place does for $39, they'll trace you back to the Neolithic, pre-Sumerian era and take you way, way back with their ancient DNA abilities. And, so they'll say, well, you think you're from Germany, but they'll take you back to Stone Age Cro-Magnon Europe, but you first have to get the DNA sample from one of those others. And then they use that same sample to do their studies. I thought for $39, I'd like to do that as well. But I haven't done one of those because I don't know which company to choose. Some say they're all, controlled by the Clintons, or the government uses your DNA and creates clones and monster, life forms and feral pigs. And so I don't know. But I would like to do one of those. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm Neanderthal, goddammit.
Yeah, that fucking A. Be proud of it. Yeah. Well, a lot of human beings, even those from Chicago, have Neanderthal genetics. That's very common, or not uncommon. That we'll meet people who, carry Neanderthal genes. Remember the football player Terry Bradshaw? He was famous in the 70s, I guess. I think he was from Pittsburgh. And this guy looked like a Neanderthal. He was on TV a lot as a sports analyst, and he might have played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't really know. But when I saw this guy on TV, I thought, this guy's a fucking Neanderthal. Just look at him. But let me look that up, Jevem. I bookmarked that page. Let me see if I can find it really fast. Yeah, here it is. It's called, this website is called DNA Uncovered. DNA Uncovered. And the link is dnareport.netlify, netlify.app. That sounds pretty strange. But just look up DNA Uncovered. And that's the website. Jeff is going to do that, see how far she can go back in ancient DNA. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, wow. All right.
Yeah, I just checked it out. I guess Jevem Wildwind is actually a cult examiner. So that's...
What does that mean, cult examiner? What do you mean by that?
She does occult, tarot, all kinds of studies.
Tarot, yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Into the, unknown. It could be numerology or anything. I'm not too familiar with her content, but,
yeah. Well, if you want to examine and explore into the deep unknown, I mean, these YouTube channels, you're going to find life forms and, people of bizarre mental makeup. So she's in the right area for exploring and testing. Yeah. Espresso says they caught the Golden Gate Killer because his daughter did a 23andMe. Now, that's pretty amazing. Wow. Amazing. I'm getting kind of hungry. Are you hungry right now, Gordon?
No, not actually.
Yeah, I only had a piece of cheese and an orange juice for breakfast, so I might have to wrap it up in 5 or 10 minutes. I need to have food. Yeah. And I haven't taken in one 99-cent donation in 2 hours. Can you believe how pathetic this channel is? It's incredible.
How many subs do you have? I don't even know.
I think it's 1,600 or it's 1,900, I think, or 1,600. Yeah. And I have regular viewers, and people stop by to spread hate and viscountness. But this channel, for whatever reason, just doesn't generate the financial supporters that literally all those other channels that spew hate and ignorance and imbecility and brain-numbing content, they generate hundreds of dollars every week. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. It's unbelievable.
There's so many channels that they try to generate income from, wow factor, meaning like, it's always unknown and you can't really, otherwise it's drama.
Yeah. Well, what they call drama is not drama. It's just vile, vicious hate. but they call it drama. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. What do you think about puffins? Do you like puffins?
Yeah, it's a nice bird. Can't imagine they'd hurt anyone.
Yeah, we love puffins here. I've been watching some puffin video. Let me get that. Where's that picture? I've been doing some puffin shows recently, and yeah, it's a remarkable bird. Yeah. In fact, Puck, on my last show, we talked about puffins. He knows quite a bit about puffins. I was really blown away. Yeah, Horology Dungeon, whoever you are, says puffins are the Drekavac kryptonite. I think you're right. Yeah. You know who Drekavac is?
Okay. I know Horology Dungeon, so
Right.
that's amazing.
Now, I've heard, I don't know if it's gossip or if it's true. I heard that one of our renowned YouTubers, whose name is Jonathan Quayle Higgins III, I heard that he purchased the Horology Dungeon channel from Archie Luxury, and now he's the owner of the dungeon.
Oh, I get it.
This is breaking. This is incredible news. I don't know the full details. I guess
Okay, I
it'll
get
come
it
out.
now.
And they have this fellow over there named Eddie, who's from Chicago, who seems to be the #1 on-screen host of the dungeon for this last week. Horology Dungeon says, whoever this is speaking on behalf of the dungeon, yes, this is true, Morty. Dungeon is not owned anymore by Archie. Wow, amazing. Well, all I've seen on the dungeon is Eddie. I don't really watch the Eddie shows, but he's been there running the shows round the clock. So it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie, I actually played chess with him online, and yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah.
Do you know about his ass washing technique?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but yeah, go ahead.
Exactly.
What?
Well, that's good because it sounds like a ridiculously idiotic comment. But next time you talk to Eddie while you're playing chess or just hanging out with him, ask him about his method for washing his ass, because he has a very, very clean ass. He's talked about this. I'm not making it up. He'll
So is
tell you
that a
about.
good?
He'll tell you he uses seashells. He has two large seashells, if I recall, and that's how he washes his ass. He'll tell you about it. I'm not joking. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. Seriously, yeah. Jevem wants a puffin tattoo. Hey, that would be really nice. A puffin tattoo. If someone's going to get a tattoo. Wow, amazing. Yeah. Wow. Espresso Racer, I'd rather fight a pit bull than a cassowary. Yeah, cassowary is an Australian bird. It's a dinosaur. I mean, truly a dinosaur. Well, birds are dinosaurs, but this is right out of Jurassic Park, a cassowary. It's the most dangerous bird on the planet. It's about ostrich sized. And what they do is if some dumb tourist gets too close to it, they'll jump up about 6 feet high. And on the way down, they have these claws that are just like daggers, and they'll just eviscerate your bowels. That's how they kill people.
They have another one beside the cassowary that a very tall bird, the emu. You know that could potentially disembowel you if you're not careful.
Yeah, you're right. But the cassowary is the most dangerous bird on the planet. It's an amazing looking animal, just right out of a dinosaur era kind of thing. But it is, yeah. In fact, I talked with Puck one time about cassowaries, and he was very knowledgeable about cassowaries and stuff.
Puck
And I've
is
talked to other
extremely.
Australians, and I've talked to a few other Australians about cassowaries, and they really didn't know that bird or what I was talking about, which I thought was amazing because it's one of the symbols of one of the great national animals of Australia.
Is it correct to say that Puck is extremely knowledgeable about fauna? I mean, I believe that this animal kingdom in general.
Well, Not only Australian animals, but you mean just in general. I think he's well versed on lots of stuff with deep knowledge. But I've talked with him about wombats and, in particular, frilled lizards. All these great Australian animals. He's an Aussie. He's an Aussie guy who really knows about the animals there. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, I
Aussies
know.
I've talked to don't even care about their animals, which is the pride of Australia. Certainly not.
Their
They don't.
avian variety is so amazing. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
the amazing amount of different varieties of birds that they have show up. They're so used to it that many of them probably can't appreciate it any
Oh,
longer.
he knows all about.
Because,
Yeah, you're right. Kookaburras and magpies. By the way, Australia. The symbol of Australia is for the world or for America, is their animals and their crazy personalities like Steve Irwin. Not crazy, but colorful personalities like Steve Irwin and in the '80s Paul Hogan. But there's really nothing that Australia. They don't make anything in Australia that's exported to the world, do they? I mean, there's no industry, is there? I mean, I guess they export beef and pork.
well, I mean, they have foreign companies there that actually produce some fine trucks. Um,
Trucks, really? Well, there's no
yeah,
Australian. There's no Australian car brand that I'm aware of.
no, not to speak of, but
Yeah.
just foreign companies there producing trucks in Australia.
Yeah, I don't know what Australia produces in terms of product that's exported. Vegemite, um, Australian beer. So I don't know. It's not an industrial powerhouse, unless I'm mistaken. If I am, please, anybody who's an Aussie can tell us about it. I think it's tourism and their animals, and their beautiful girls on the beach in little bikinis. I think that's all they have there, yeah. And bogans, you know, and I don't know what they manufacture in Australia that's exported around the world. I really don't know. Oh, Ugg boots, maybe that's about it. But anyway, but how can you not like Australia? I mean, they got the animals, so it's a special place. Wow. Yeah, blimey. Yeah, that's about the extent of an American's knowledge on any country. You think so? Well, I think you're probably right. Many Americans now don't know anything about their country, about America, so, because they watch MSNBC and CNN, so, and they go to a Democrat-run school system, so, you're probably right. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up the show because not that it's not been a pleasure talking with you, but I haven't gotten one show of support from any of the viewers, even a 49-cent Cash App, nothing to show that they like the show and like the diner. It's really creates a state of despondency and depression for me that I put in such great effort and I get nothing in terms of acknowledgement, just hate, lies, vicious attacks, and defilement, with an occasional once a month compliment. Yeah. So when you say you buy Skull vodka by the case, how many bottles come in the case?
6.
6. Okay.
And sometimes I buy 10 cases just to keep stocked up.
Right. Is vodka, now the 10 case thing, is that good for the winter time when you're snowed in and you don't want to really, just don't want to leave the house because it's so fucking cold? Or?
It's just sort of a way of life. You have to
Way
have
of life,
plenty
right.
of alcohol around. I kind of live like a Russian. I wish I lived closer to the Ruskies, but I do not. But yeah, you're an interesting bloke, and you're really in Oregon,
I really am, yeah, yeah. And let me tell you something. When I moved here Oregon is one of the most beautiful cities. Portland, one of the most beautiful cities in the country. I mean, it was first time I came here in the '80s just to visit a friend. I was absolutely blown away. What a peaceful, beautiful, scenic city, and unbelievable. And then when the political climate changed about, I guess, 6 years ago, and the city turned into a liberal Antifa-run cesspool, hellhole, like Seattle, just destroyed. Yeah. If I had any money, I'd get the fuck out of here.
Where would you go?
Maybe Fargo. Fargo sounds interesting, but no, there's no door. Well, I don't know. They have to have DoorDash or Trader Joe's.
They probably have all that.
A lot of snow would be nice. I would love that. And growing up in the Minneapolis area, did you ice skate as a kid?
Yeah, we played hockey all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, when I grew up, we had sporting equipment, baseball bats, gloves, and we're walking to the park every day. Or
Right.
in the winter, we're going to the skating rink and, skate around and, shoot at whoever wants to play goalie, whoever wants to play target.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I grew up ice skating in New York. I mean, we had winter season. There would be lakes and ponds frozen over. Not lakes. I mean, ponds would be frozen over, and we all go ice skating. And they had ice skating rinks all over the place, and it was fantastic exercise and fun. And I did that through my up through my 20s. In Dallas, where I lived quite a while in Dallas, there was a hotel built downtown. I don't know if it's still there, called Plaza. This might be wrong. Plaza of the Americas. I don't remember what it was called. And they had a shopping mall and a luxury hotel and a beautiful ice rink as part of the shopping mall area. And I used to go there skating. It was fantastic. Yeah. Are you
Yeah. Did you play any high school sports?
Yeah, baseball.
Were you? I don't know. Were you any good at it? Did
High
you
school,
advance
just
much?
junior high school baseball. I was
Okay.
not certainly good. It was fun. And what I good? No, just
Did,
just an average kid playing baseball. That's all.
did you play for city at all?
No.
Did you try out for city leagues at all?
Oh no. Just junior high school baseball stuff.
Okay. School.
Yeah. Certainly not champion level or anything like that.
Well, yeah, I
state or-
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really measured up as extreme, sports contender.
Yeah, I was never
but
into football. Lacrosse was a very big sport in New York back then, which was unusual for an American state. But lacrosse was very big high school, junior high activity. And are you a gun guy, a Second Amendment guy? What's your opinion on gun culture and Second Amendment issues?
Well, I think the more guns, the better. Probably the good will. What do you say? Sort out the chaff, sort of thing. But yeah, I do like guns.
Right. I'm a gun owner myself. I'm very strong Second Amendment gun rights. And Trump, I admire Trump for that. Though there's a gun guy who's a friend of mine on these channels who doesn't like Trump's gun. He picked on Trump for his gun policies, but I didn't understand really what he was getting at. But can you tell us about your gun collection? Do you have an arsenal, or just one or two, or you don't want to talk about it? Is fine as well. Yeah. Or do you have any favorite guns you could mention like that?
Favorite guns? Just no, I don't have any favorite guns in my gun collection.
Right.
Whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Are you a knife guy? There's a lot of YouTubers on these channels who collect knives, which I find very uninteresting for myself. But I just have no interest in it. But are you a knife guy, a knife collector?
A person with a knife, I will disarm them.
Well, I don't
That's
mean in terms of.
probably-
Yeah.
That's probably what will happen. Even if I'm completely unarmed, if you only have a knife, I will probably disarm you. You know, it's like that's just the way that goes.
Wow.
But
Even a Navy SEAL, you're going to grab his knife. Okay. Very good. Yeah.
well,
I have no interest in
I'm
knife.
just saying on average, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying I'm a real badass, but
Right, right, right. Yeah, there
if
are
you have
some
a
guys on
gun,
these. Yeah, there are people who are interested. They collect knives, $100, $500 knives, and they have nice little collections. But I just have no interest in
I mean, I have,
knives.
I don't know that I have knives for cooking and preparing food and whatnot, but
Yeah, that's
that's
all I
all
have.
I
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
Yeah, but
I
they're
got a
mostly
knife from the
worthless.
NRA as a premium when I joined up. They gave me a choice of a knife or a shitty cheap backpack. So one year I got the shitty cheap backpack, and it fell apart within a matter of months. It was just shit. So the next year I took up their folding. It's like a 2 or 3 inch folding knife, and I got that for 1 year as a membership premium. And yeah, but I'm not into collecting knives at all. How about flashlights? Are you a flashlight collector?
Oh yes, I have a very nice flashlight.
Because that's a topic of collecting flashlights. There's one of the YouTubers out there has like 20 flashlights. I'm not joking. He's highly invested in the flashlight collecting hobby. Yeah. Yeah. So when you get like 65, 70, what are you holding there? What was that?
Uh, it's Nemo.
Is that a microphone? What is that? Oh, it's a
No,
flashlight.
it's Nemo flashlight.
Nemo. Uh-huh.
It's merely 1,000 lumens, right?
Right.
But it's very bright, and
Oh yeah. Nice.
but it's broad daylight here. But
Yeah, that's
this is
really
a
good
very
looking.
fine flashlight, and the charge lasts for like 8 hours or something. But very fine
That
flashlight.
looks very good.
Uh,
Yeah.
a
I've never
thousand
seen one in
lumen.
that. Is that aluminum or stainless steel or what do you think?
Well, they say it's made of aircraft quality. I don't know, aluminum or
Right.
something, but
I've never heard of that brand. I did some flashlight research after talking to the flashlight guy, and I bought some flashlights because Nebo. I see Nebo. Yeah.
but it's a very fine flashlight,
Yeah. Very good.
So, and it only costs $40. So I
Oh,
don't
what a
know
deal!
what
What
more
a deal! Yeah.
I don't know what more I need really.
Do you have a headlight? A headlamp?
A headlamp.
An elastic band that holds a small flashlight, like a coal miner kind of thing, for
No,
camping.
I don't have one of those.
I bought one of those. And do you have? So you have one flashlight and you're covered, which is okay.
Well, I
You know
have
what
two
they say about
flashlights.
guns? Beware the man who with only one gun.
Yeah, you need one in your boot, I suppose.
Well, yeah, very nice.
Have, have you ever seen a fine bicycle?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't have an excellent bicycle, but I've done bicycle shows. Yeah.
You want to see a Cannondale Scalpel 3?
Okay, sure. That's a quality bicycle. You can just tell from looking at it. Yeah. Very nice. Is that heavy or surprisingly lightweight? What would you say?
It's about 23 pounds.
So I don't know if that's considered heavy or a lightweight kind of thing, but very
Well,
nice. Do you?
it's
So
only,
you use your bicycle for getting around town a lot?
well, yeah, I mean, it's a fine bicycle. It's like $4,000 piece of equipment.
Excellent. I wish I had a bicycle like that. That would be. I wouldn't buy that particular style. I'd buy a cruiser, just a basic bicycle kind of thing with a more comfortable seat. But
Well, it's
that'd be
half
nice.
carbon fiber, and it's carbon fiber and aluminum and no steel involved in it.
Right, right.
Gordon is a YouTube panelist first and foremost. He is equipped with a vodka bottle and a cigarette. Yeah,
There you
absolutely.
go. Yeah. Well, what would be a nice gift for you, like a Christmas gift, something, a birthday gift? A bottle of vodka, would that be a nice gift for you?
Even a nice pair of warm socks, that's always good. You
Warm
know,
socks, that's
I
always a
mentioned
nice
that
gift.
to a friend of mine. I was like talking about how I hated my grandmother sending socks for a Christmas present, but then I realized that's actually a very nice Christmas present.
Well, Swedish grandmas know this stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
keep your
Well,
feet warm.
a nice warm pair of comfortable, smooth, comfy socks in the wintertime in North Dakota. I mean, that's really nice. Yeah, goes with your flannel pajamas, so it would be very nice.
Yeah, flannel pajamas. That's always good too.
I had a discussion once about 20 years ago with a guy up in here in Portland who was actually from L.A., but he said, because I mentioned I was going to, oh, this is, yeah, about 20 years ago. I wanted to buy a pair of those shearling slippers, natural shearling slippers, really warm and cozy on the cold winter nights. And he said, yeah, those are great. And he said to me that the proper way to wear those is you wear them with your socks on. And I said, that doesn't make any sense. You put them on your bare foot. And he says, no, no, the proper way to wear shearling slippers is with socks. I said, that's absolutely idiotic. So what's your opinion on that? With socks or without socks?
I'm looking up this ridiculous idea of Z-Wift. What is this? Z-Wift. What is a Z-Wift bike?
Might be a gay thing. Be careful. Blind. A Zwift. Z-Wift. Zwift. Don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people that make a lot of comments, but they will not join in general discussion because, I don't know, they just feel like they cannot compete or are out of place.
Yeah, that might be part of it. I don't know why people just hang out in the chat and never join the panel. Not just my show, but many of the, or all of the other shows. They never participate on the panel and talk. They just sit back and that's fine too. They just sit back and watch the show, but I don't know why they just don't hop on and start talking to people. Magpie, no Ko-Fi come through. Well, let me check. Let's take a look here. If there's a Ko-Fi, it shows up as a alert on the stream, and I get an email. Nothing has shown up yet, so but this sounds encouraging. So thank you, Magpie, for giving me some hope. So that's nice. Okay, very good. Wow, yeah. I think we've talked about almost everything there is to talk about on the planet. Is your area of the state farm country? Do you have a lot of John Deere tractors type stuff up there?
We have case all over the place. We have these vehicles that they cover like 1.5 lanes of traffic, and it's like your car could actually drive underneath them.
And what are these
sort of
called?
thing.
What are these called?
These are case vehicles.
Case? C-A-S-E?
Yeah, right.
I don't know what that is. What is it, a farm machine or?
Yeah, I don't know what they do. I'm not this agricultural expert or anything.
Case vehicle.
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
And your car could literally drive, if you have average car could drive underneath this. But it takes up about 1.5 lanes of traffic, and everybody has to get over as this thing rumbles down the road. But
there's a website, Case IH. That might mean International Harvester. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Case IH. 175 years of industry experience, 160 countries. They look like. Well, I don't know what they do. I'm not a farm guy, but. Yeah, I've never seen those out here in the city area, but they make all these kinds of different farm machinery.
Are you actually in like downtown Portland or something?
Oh, hell no. No. I'm not an Antifa meth addict. No.
No, but Anyway,
I'm
I
at
don't
the
want.
very farthest. I'm almost in the suburbs, but technically it's the city of shithole Portland. Yeah. Okay, Magpie, thank you very much. It'll show up, I guess, in a second, but thank you, Magpie. That's a wonderful show of support. Yeah. Okay, Quift. Now it's Quift. Before he said Zwift. Now he's calling it Quift. Sounds very gay. Is a bike that you can hook up to the computer and race other chuds online. Gordon.
What is a chud? I'm not
This might
familiar
be
with that term.
YouTube gay talk. I don't know. I have to look that up. Chuds. Slang.
And I know you have these whole range. Like
Well, this here says dipshit doublespeak from the kind of right-wing chuds who make savvy references to George Orwell's 1984, but clearly never actually read the book or understand any of its warning. I don't think that's what he means by chud. Okay, here's okay, chud is a from Wikipedia a slang term for someone with far-right political views, sometimes in a pejorative sense. Originated in Minneapolis, December 2020. What the fuck? Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, sorry I was not up on the current meme of the definition of chud.
Yeah, it's new
But
to me, too.
yeah.
I had a guy from Portland in my Discord channel, and he chased Puck and Jeff out of it on multiple occasions. There's too many chemtrails or something in those parts. Wow, chemtrails. What do you think about chemtrails? Is that real or just bullshit? Is it true
Well,
or
they're-
just made up bullshit?
Well, they're obviously spraying something by their
Yeah.
own admission.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually a thing.
I think
so-
it's true. They're spraying something, and I bet you Bill Gates is involved in it in one way or another.
I don't know, but by their own admission, they are spraying something. So
Maybe they're sterilizing the population, or maybe, who knows?
hey, maybe some parts of the population should not exist. Perhaps, that's a pretty harsh take. I know
Wow,
that, but
wow.
yeah.
Okay,
Sounds
blimey, I just did a
extreme, but-
Google. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just did a Google search, and that's one of the things that showed up. Wrong answers on both accounts. No, I don't use Bing. I just did a quick Google search. What is a chud? Tell us, blimey. You're the chud expert.
If you use the term, define it.
Define it, baby. Gordon had some riveting series of chats with Copilot. Whatever.
Yeah.
Blimey talks a lot, but he hasn't even kicked in 49 cents for this entertainment and illuminating entertainment for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Unbelievable.
You know, if you run a live stream,
Yeah.
seriously, bro.
Yeah.
If you run a live stream and someone is continuously scumming the chat with a lot of comments, come in and talk about it.
Yeah,
it's like-
blimey. I mean, you're absolutely right, Gordon. Blimey. Hop on the panel. Illuminate us with your chud revelations. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, I don't get why people don't do that. Maybe they have a funny voice. Maybe they sound very effeminate and they're embarrassed.
we don't care if you're laying in
care.
a hallway recovering from fentanyl. It's like, give
don't
us
care.
your intellectual perspective. Just, drop on.
Now, you see, Blimey here keeps saying I'm banned from Morty's stream, but you're right here on the show, so I don't know what you're talking about. Cash App is not available outside America. Well, there's also PayPal, which is international, and Ko-Fi. So 3 ways to show support for the channel. Gildan, hey Uzi is Chud's #1. I don't know what this whole Chud thing is. I don't know. So, anyway. So, what's your favorite kind of diner meal? Traditional American diner meal. What would you probably get for a lunch or dinner?
I would get breakfast. If you can serve a fine deluxe omelet with about 7 or 8 ingredients,
Mm-hmm.
probably my best choice. Probably with a side of hash browns,
Fantastic.
some orange juice, and coffee.
Perfect. Are you a link sausage or a patty sausage kind of choice? Kind of guy. I prefer link sausage. I mean, sausage patty versus link sausage, but it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
kind of leading towards patty.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I already want that in my omelet, but side of that as well.
Yeah. If I were a diner going guy like I was back in the past, because they don't really have diners here in this cesspool city, meatloaf special would be meatloaf, gravy, mashed potatoes, a vegetable, and a coffee. Fantastic. A BLT, French fries and coffee. Fantastic. And
About
a
the
hot
better.
turkey sandwich with gravy, stuffing, potatoes. Perfect.
No, but I fell in love with a really good Philly steak sandwich or a
Mm-hmm.
Euro sandwich, but I could always subsist on that for a day.
Right. Rufus, hey Rufus, grilled cheese with a bowl of tomato soup. That's a classic. That's the Dirk
Oh yeah,
Diggler on
that
my
is
menu. That's the
badass.
Dirk Diggler. Yeah.
If it's done well, a grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup on the side, yeah, absolutely. You could dip it in there and
Fucking
yeah,
A. Yeah.
scrumptious. Yeah.
Are you a donut guy? You into donuts?
No, I don't do pastries or sweets much of at all, really.
Right. 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 Yeah. I love donuts, but I don't eat them because it's just poison for me. So I just don't. I avoid donuts. But
My favorite pastry is probably the apple fritter.
oh, those are great, but I don't eat those. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had one. Nobody really serves them in my area, so
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't have a 24-hour donut coffee place there. Yeah.
we have 24-hour nothing here.
Wow.
The city shuts down about 9 p.m. and
You don't even
nothing
have
really
late night streetwalkers in your town.
happens.
Because you said there's no local police department, no Barney Fife police department, so you don't even have anyone checking the streetwalker business there. So
I could leave my door open, walk outside, drop my wallet, and someone here would probably return my wallet to me within a few hours and tell me that my door was left unlocked. I
I
mean,
can tell. Wow,
I
that's
live,
that's amazing.
you know,
I can tell you this: if any of those YouTube people out there who infest these channels lived in your town, that wallet would be gone, kept, and the money spent in one day. That's for sure.
and they would have rummaged through my house and,
Right. They would have stolen your sex doll and made a sandwich while they were there going through your house as well, and grabbed the bottle of vodka to go. Bastards.
anyway, you want to get going? I think there's a.
Yeah, I'm gonna have something to eat. It's been 3 hours of an amazing show. You're a great guest, and thanks for stopping by the channel this first time. Let me get you back up. There we are. So Gordon from North Dakota. So you watch the Dungeon channel? We can find you there. And what other channels have you found in this perverted community of YouTube people? What other channels do you sometimes look at besides the Dungeon?
There's a lot of them. The best ones I don't want to let people know
Oh
about
yeah,
because
don't
they're
don't do
really
it. That'll
good.
ruin it.
No, they
They'll ruin it
actually
for you. Yeah.
they'll actually have and discuss topics to where it's not just a meandering bunch of garbage, you know.
Correct. Yeah.
But
So
I
people can
really
find you sometimes. They might find you hanging out at the Dungeon channel. So yeah, Horology Dungeon.
yeah. What is his name? Eddie?
Eddie's running that. Is hosting there a lot. Yeah.
Is he the actual creator of the channel, or he just took it
Well, the
over?
channel Horology Dungeon has been around for many years. It was created by Archie Luxury. It
Oh,
was
Archie
he
was.
owned the
Yeah.
channel. He developed it, and it went through many changes of hosts over the years. Many of the psychopathic, fiendish, evil people have hosted the channel, and other nice, well-meaning people have hosted the channel. It's gone through its ups and downs, in and out. A lot of bottom feeder, bottom dwellers habitate over there,
Yeah.
and now its new incarnation is apparently it's been purchased from Archie by Jonathan Quell Higgins III. So I don't know the new direction of the dungeon. That remains to be seen. But Eddie seems to be the main host at this time.
Yeah, I don't appeal to the lowest common denominator. I really don't like to actually go on those channels. They're kind of fun. If you're not familiar with LC, I guess it's just people, you know, at off times exposing themselves. It's really retarded. I don't get into that. I actually like more topic oriented people, people who can stay on topic. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right. I know what you mean. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up.
All right, I'll let you go.
LC,
And
I don't know LC. If anyone.
he's not worth your time,
Oh,
really.
okay,
He's
that's
not.
good to know. Okay, that's good.
All
Sorry
right,
about
I'll
that.
just let you go for now. And great stream. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Gordon. See you again. Well, that was a great show. We had a really surprise first time guest, Gordon, and we covered a lot. And I just got a phone message. I missed an Amazon delivery. Unbelievable. I hope they come back. And amazing. Blimey, you really stayed through the whole show. Amazing. All right, that's going to do it. Going to wrap up the show. I'm going to get some food. I'm really hungry. Let's do a closeout video, and thanks everybody for watching, and see you all pretty soon.
Well, they have a new improved version now, which is linked up to the internet. And you can talk to other people.